meters. Now we are seeing that there is a slight improvement in the visibility. We did see that several of the flights were delayed and cancelled because of the reduced visibility that was seen early in Delhi NCR. Today, also, if we talk about the AQI, it was recorded around 457. That is at the far end of the hazardous, quality. But what remains to be seen here is that several of the GRAPs, were implemented in Delhi NCR. That is the strictest anti-pollution curbs, and still we are seeing that it fails to translate on the ground. While citizens are in fact gasping for a breath of fresh air, the elderly, the children, all of them are equally in danger right now because of the hazardous air quality that can be seen in Delhi NCR. Not just that, several of the construction demolition activities and also the workforce of the government employees in Delhi NCR has been cut short to 50%. Now we are seeing that the air quality is so bad outside that outdoor activities have been banned in Delhi. Also, many of the BS4 petrol vehicle and BS6 diesel vehicles have been banned in Delhi NCR. While we are seeing that previously the Aam Aadmi Party government was saying that they had tried their best to reduce the air quality in Delhi NCR, they had also failed, and now we are seeing in the BJP government as well, while the political slugfest continues regarding the air pollution situation, we are seeing both the governments have so far failed in, correcting the AQI in Delhi NCR. We are seeing that this level of AQI is quite hazardous for everyone. Even young adults are in fact saying that they are having irritation in their eyes, headache, and several of the problems that in fact they are facing. And we are seeing that because of this, a lot of problems have been created for the people, as there's double trouble for people who are living in Delhi NCR.
And just look at our screens right now, viewers. That's what India Gate looks like when smog doesn't hit it. And look at the aftermath after pollution and the winter season combined bring that pollution, that smog, that toxicity into the city, into the region as well. This is not something that happens only for a week in Delhi. I'm going to go across to Tanishka in a moment from now. But before that, for our viewers, I want you to understand more about GRAP 4 at this point. What is GRAP 4? It's been implemented in the national capital. What does that mean for Delhi and the adjoining area? Schools shift online except for the board exam years, which is grade 10 and grade 12. Everyone else is shifting to online classes. No truck entry into Delhi, of course, given that this adds to the smog, to the pollution on the roads. Heavy goods vehicles banned, including trucks like we just mentioned. That is something that is implemented when GRAP 4 is implemented. Construction activity is halted across the national capital region as well at this point because of the dust particles that add to the existing problem. Work from home advisory for government employees as well. They've been asked to work from home and not take those vehicles into work for now. Private offices also to operate at 50% capacity is one of the implementations in GRAP 4. So these are the big ones. Non-essential commercial activity also being curtailed. But coming back to Tanishka now, who is live with us at this point. Tanishka, what is the Delhi government saying? Other than the blame game, which seems to be a script that every government, be it the Congress, the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party, we're not blaming one government here. Every government indulges in blame game every time we bring this topic up. But what is the defense from the Delhi government at this point?
Precisely, it is a political slugfest that has broken out between, of course, the BJP and the opposition, that is the Aam Aadmi Party. While the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying that the Chief Minister, Delhi Chief Minister, does not even know what the AQI is, does not even know how to pronounce it. And recently, she also called it a kind of temperature, is what Saurabh Bhardwaj has also hit out saying. The Delhi government maintains that, of course, it is taking measures, and GRAP 4 being invoked is one of the, decisions that was taken by Delhi government to keep the pollution scenario in check in Delhi. However, how far is it faring is yet to be seen, considering that we are in the severe plus categories of air quality index since the past couple of days. Even today, many stations are seeing air quality index nearly 500 levels. And of course, talking about the dense smog that has encircled the entire Delhi NCR region, I'm currently present at Terminal 3 of Delhi Airport, wherein several flights have been cancelled. Over 100 flights have been cancelled and over 300 flights have also been delayed. Right behind me is the display board, wherein you can see some flights flights have delayed, demarcated against them. We understand that around 110 Indigo flights have been cancelled so far because of the dense smog. Around 20 Air India flights have been cancelled because of the dense smog. And around 374 flights remain cancelled because of the fog. Now, this is both departure and arrival numbers that I'm giving you right here. And this is the situation. People, at the end of the day, it's again the passengers who are being inconvenienced. And this is a larger problem. The pollution is not just causing a problem in air travel at this point, but even road travel and train operations have also been hit. The situation has improved definitely from morning. Morning it was only 50 meters visibility. Right now we are at 200 meters visibility. And through the day, if the sun comes out, then of course visibility will improve. But the meteorological department has also issued an orange alert for dense smog in the northern region of the country. So dense smog alert has been alerted also by the Met Department, and such conditions are likely to prevail because of the worsening air quality index. Back to you.
All right, I'm going to come back to you in a moment from now, but I want to also tell our viewers more about some data that we've gathered for them. Why is this pollution killer? The government says there's no data on deaths due to pollution is their stand. Meanwhile, the Lancet report says 15 lakh extra deaths in Delhi a year due to pollution. That's no small number. It's a staggering number. Again, the government goes on to say after that no data on deaths due to pollution. But then again, you have the global burden of disease saying toxic air leading cause of deaths in Delhi. So many studies talking about this. It's not just one or two. University of Chicago study says pollution shortening lives by 10 years in Delhi. We're talking about young children. They haven't even started their lives, and this is what they're dealing with. The shortening of their lives perhaps by 10 years. That's not a small number, viewers. You have the Harvard study saying 1/3 of deaths in India every year linked to air pollution. While we're talking about Delhi, of course, it's not only this city that's facing it. There are other cities as well. But it's so loud and visible out there for everyone to see. Even for someone like Messi who enters Delhi today, it's going to be absolutely shocking to see the smog around him. I still have our reporters with us at this point. I have Anushka live with me and Tanushka. Tanushka, let's talk more about now the flight operating at this hour. Indigo also down by a number of flights because of the smog. This is an issue that hits the national capital every year. Just tell us more about how this is choking the operations of flights also into Delhi and outside Delhi.
Precisely, Vedika, as we were just mentioning here at Delhi airport, so over 100 flights have been delayed. Indigo flight numbers of delays is that of 108. 108 flights have been cancelled, in fact, by Indigo because of the dense smog that has blanketed the atmosphere here. And Air India has also cancelled 20 flights because of the dense smog. We're given to understand that other airlines as well, like Akasa Air and all other airlines operating out of Delhi airport, such as SpiceJet as well, have issued their own travel advisories saying that flight operations have taken a hit. Flights will be cancelled because of the dense smog. And this situation, of course, prevailed mostly. So the worst hit is the intervening night flights and the very early morning flights, which are better known as the red-eye flights. So the red-eye flights always get impacted the worst. There have also been 4 diversions so far as I've been told. And these diversions also mostly take place to Jaipur airport. So these flights, instead of landing at Delhi, they're made to land at Jaipur itself because it's the closest airbase for us at this point.
All right, thanks for joining me live. To our reporters there, stay safe, wear your masks. This isn't going to end anytime soon, and we of course will keep reporting on what our viewers are seeing on our screens. That graph going right up to 457. I have Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, Chairman and MD Nephron Clinic, joining me live on Breaking Ground. Also Vimlendu Jha, environmentalist. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. You're here yet again for an issue that just fails to find a solution. So let me come to you first, Dr. Bagai. We've been showing a lot of data, a lot of statistics, and now lung cancer seems to be no longer a smoker's disease. We're all susceptible to it here in the national capital. Am I incorrect in my inference?
Good afternoon on a very, very hazy afternoon and a pretty bad morning. This is a man-made catastrophe. Let's not make any mistake about it. It's a national capital health emergency. This quality of air is incompatible with life. I want to make some very salient points over here. We need a national air control and air pollution control policy. We can't have different norms in Bombay and Delhi. Delhiites' lungs are not more resilient. To have a GRAP 4 with an AQI of exceeding 400 is giving us a lot of safety margin, which is a false sense of security, because there is enough harm even done with the AQI of 200. The traffic emissions haven't decreased. It was something which could have been tackled. The road dust is abysmal. We can't keep brooming the roads like in Jurassic Park. The construction norms are up in smoke. So is the sky. Fossil fuel and wood is still being burnt all around and every nook and corner, including the flyovers of Delhi. Farm fires are still raging. Brick kilns and thermal plants in the radius of 200, 300 kilometers are still functioning. The green cover, there are lots of cases pending with the NGT, and the trees are being felled. If you look at the open dhalaus and the waste management in Delhi, that's emitting a huge amount of toxic gases. To come to just simple statistics, someone mentioned that there is no data. More than 2 to 3 million Indians are lost directly because of air pollution. That's equivalent to having 16 folds the COVID deaths every year. If that doesn't hurt, I don't know what will.
That's an angry Dr. Bagai as a citizen also talking to us here on Breaking Run. I'm going to get Mr. Jha in and then go back to Dr. Bagai. Mr. Jha, we see this happen every year, don't we? We see governments blaming each other. But if China can go ahead and resolve this issue to such a significant level, why can't India?
So Vedika, China was able to do it because it had political will. There was political urgency. The first thing that China did compared to what India has been doing or pretending to do is, India actually allocated 20,000 crores over 6 years for 130 cities, which comes to a couple of crores per year. And imagine versus what China or Beijing alone did, that it actually dedicated almost $1 billion per year for almost a decade. And that's how it actually is. The first thing is to really think that it is important to put in right investment and think of it as one of the most important investment in your budget in that sense. That's point number one. Point number two is that we all know for years together that almost 40 to 50% of pollution in Delhi NCR is because of vehicles. And exactly that was the discovery made or the analysis in Beijing as well. And what Beijing did is that actually strengthened its public transport regime. What Beijing also did is that shifted its coal thermal power plants and emission standards as well as emitting industries outside the immediate periphery of the town. And here we are, more than 15 coal thermal power plants in the immediate periphery of Delhi. They don't follow the sulfur dioxide emission norms at all. Similarly, construction, demolition, roadside dust, broken road dust, everything is a mess here, and we don't really even have an environment minister in the country or for that matter in Delhi. Also, disproportionate attention given only to the capital, Vedika, as right now what we are talking about. That Lancet says that 1.5 million people die in the country, and we a lot of times rightly so are obsessed only with Delhi, not even with Noida where your studio is, or not even obsessed with Gurgaon where I'm speaking from right now. So therefore it's a regional problem. It's a national problem. It needs not to be discussed only in Vidhan Sabha, but actually in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in that sense.
Vimlendra, I'll come back to you in a moment. Yes, I'll come back to you in a moment because Dr. Bagai, I want to understand from you, how is this slow poison? Maybe today we're coughing, we're sneezing, we're gasping for breath, sir. But how does this translate into a bigger medical issue for all of us living in this area?
Okay, so first of all, the AQI which is published is about 20% underreported because these are published studies to show there is a hygroscopic nature of PM 2.5 and PM5. So it's an aggregating factor. So the actual number of particles is a lot more than what is discounted. So if you have an AQI of 500, please add 20% to it. That's the real-time data on the ground. The fact here is that heavy metals are not being spoken of, toxic volatile gases are not being spoken of, methane, carbon monoxide, SOx, NOx, micro nanoplastic particles are not being spoken of, and heavy metals with nanoplastics spray even greater damage to the body.
And how is that impacting us? In the long term, how does it impact us, doctor?
Yeah, so I'll give you statistics, and these are all published data. There are more than 7,000 studies, more than 2,000 studies which are India-centric, which includes Lancet, New England Journal of Medicine, and British Medical Journal, and JAMA. It causes almost 100% increase in cancer. So what we are going to be looking at in the next 10 years is a huge avalanche of lung cancers, brain cancers, stomach cancers, prostatic cancers, and uterine cancers. It's a 200% increase in arrhythmias, heart attacks, strokes. It causes sudden cardiac arrest at home. Talk of mental health in terms of cognitive disability going down, gastrointestinal defects. The pregnancies are being affected. And can you believe it? Even 1 year before preconception, a young lady's DNA is being damaged. Babies are being born with congenital malformations. Babies are being born with structural abnormalities, kidneys, immune functions, allergies, eyes, skin, you name the organ and it has been affected.
All right.
We need this on a war footing. I would request a separate ministry from the Modi government to tackle this. If we can tackle COVID, we can overcome air pollution.
Vimlendu, last word with you. How do we make this go on to a war footing without blame games? What can we do very quickly? I just have 90 seconds left.
I think, Vedika, what the proposal to discuss it in the parliament and think of this as the most important debate, most important issue is very, very important, because I am of the firm belief that we can't find private solution to public problems. And if public solution has to be found to this public disaster, health disaster there is, it can only be done at the highest level, which is at the Prime Minister's level, and at a bipartisan, non-partisan level, at the level of our parliament. And I think the parliament session is on. Hope they wake up to this crisis, this emergency, or this gas chamber or biological warfare that we all are going through.
Right. Mr. Jha, thank you so much for joining me. Dr. Bagai, good to see you on Breaking Ground. It is the intent, the political intent of the government, of our politicians sitting inside Parliament that really need to move this up to the most important priority, both inside and outside Parliament. Unless that happens, this is what you're going to see, viewers. This is what you're going to live with, and you're going to live with this for a decade to come, after which you don't know what you're going to be suffering from, be it cancer or any of the other ailments that Dr. Bagai just mentioned. This is a national war that needs to be fought on war footing. This is an emergency, and we don't know how to underscore it any further. But you have Congress MP moving a adjournment motion in Parliament, seeking a debate on the Delhi air crisis, and that political slugfest unfortunately continues.
बहुत ज़्यादा हद से ज़्यादा खराब हो गया है और हम लोगों को डिस्कस करना चाहिए। मैं आज वो डिस्कशन का परमिशन भी मतलब का वो लगाऊंगी नोटिस।
सर, लगातार विपक्ष की मांग है कि एयर पोल्यूशन पर डिस्कशन कराए और जो एनवायरनमेंट मिनिस्टर है वो स्टेटमेंट दें। किस तरीके से देख रहे हैं, आज बड़ा ज़्यादा एयर पोल्यूशन नज़र आ रहा है दिल्ली में?
देखिए, अगर वर्तमान पोल्यूशन की बात करें तो इसका सीधा दारोमदार अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार पर है, जो 10 साल दिल्ली में जिन्होंने शासन किया लेकिन प्रदूषण पर एक भी कदम नहीं उठाया। इसके कारण से दिल्ली बदहाल स्थिति में पहुंच गई। वर्तमान में हमारी सरकार जब से दिल्ली में बनी है तब तक सारे कदम हम उठा रहे हैं पोल्यूशन कम करने के, लेकिन 10 साल में जितनी बदहाली होगी उसको ठीक करने में थोड़ा समय ज़रूर लगेगा। और इस नाते से दिल्ली के लोगों को स्वच्छ वातावरण मिले और स्वच्छ हवा मिले, ये हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है और इस काम को हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा करें।
सदन में चर्चा करने के लिए सरकार बिल्कुल तैयार है।
अगर उन्होंने, देखिए, सरकार ने बार बार स्पष्ट किया है हम हर मुद्दे पर सदन में चर्चा करने को तैयार हैं। अगर वो कोई नोटिस देंगे और जो भी माननीय स्पीकर महोदय का जो भी रूलिंग होगी उसके हिसाब से सदन में चर्चा होगी।
2019 में मैंने 193 फाइल की थी और लोकसभा में इसकी बहस शुरू की थी। पिछले 6 साल में प्रदूषण और भीषण हो गया है और इस परिस्थिति को निपटने के लिए मैंने इस शीतकालीन सत्र में दोबारा से 193 फाइल की है। एयर पोल्यूशन को प्राथमिकता पे लोकसभा को डिस्कस करने।
पोल्यूशन दिल्ली में और आसपास में बढ़ रहा है, इसको लेकर एक डीप स्ट्रेटेजी प्लान दिल्ली सरकार बना रही है और शॉर्ट टर्म के जो भी उपाय हैं उनके ऊपर भी काम हो रहा है। दिल्ली सरकार पूरा प्रयत्न कर रही है, लेकिन पूरी स्टडी करके इसके इफेक्टिव स्टेप उठाने की तैयारी में दिल्ली सरकार है। तो जल्दी ही जनता को इसके बारे में उठाए हुए कदम और जो भी हम काम करेंगे उसकी जानकारी दी जाएगी।
प्रदूषण का स्तर ये है कि आप बंद कमरे में हैं तब भी चारों तरफ धुंध छाई हुई है, कमरों के अंदर तक जो है स्मॉग दिख रही है। और उससे भी बड़ी दुर्भाग्य की बात यह है कि दिल्ली वाले किसकी तरफ देखें कि इसके अंदर कुछ किया जाएगा। उस मुख्यमंत्री की तरफ जिनको AQI भी नहीं बोलना आता, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो कहते हैं कि AQI और टेम्परेचर एक चीज़ है, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो कहते हैं कि AQI को तो किसी भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट से नापा जा सकता है, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो ये कह रही हैं कि AQI को कम करने का एक ही तरीका है कि पानी की छिड़काव करी जाए। मतलब आप सोचिए, दिल्ली देश की राजधानी की ऐसी मुख्यमंत्री 4 साल तक क्या उम्मीद करेंगे कि आप ये मुख्यमंत्री कुछ कर पाएगी। बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात है।
Shifting focus to the Luthra brothers and the Goa restaurant nightclub Inferno. News coming in. According to highly placed sources, Goa police team is to fly to Delhi this evening. The Luthra brothers, we believe, will be brought back tomorrow from Thailand, which is Tuesday. Tonight, the Goa police will stay in Delhi. The Luthra brothers will be deported to Delhi, and the Goa police team is going to arrest both the brothers in the national capital. Remember, the process is on, the paperwork is on for them to be deported, and that's happening in Bangkok as I speak. But we're now expecting within the next 24 hours, the Luthra brothers will be back. Akhil has been tracking all the developments on the story from Goa. Akhil, we're being told that there will be a team of Goa police that will be in Delhi shortly, and they will then take the brothers into custody tomorrow once they land in the national capital.
That's right, Vedika. If you see, according to our sources, the Goa police team is going to fly to the national capital this very evening. And by tomorrow, we can expect that both the brothers will be brought back from Thailand to national capital. And from there, when they will be landed over there in the national capital, after that, the Goa police team will make the formal arrest of both the Luthra, senior Luthra and junior Luthra. Earlier, what we have seen that for the last 3 days, there was a bit delay in bringing back both the brothers from Thailand. Because if you see, initially, their location when they were located in Phuket, and then after that what we have seen that with the help of the immigration police, they have been sent to Bangkok. And right now with the help of the emergency certificate document, because that is the most vital document in this case as of now, because earlier, if you see, what we have seen that their visa was cancelled because they lied to the authorities, not only to the Indian authorities as well as to the Thailand authorities, because they have said that they basically gone on a tourist visa. But if you see, what we have seen earlier, that there was a blue corner notice which was issued by the Interpol in connection with the case. So right now, if you see, in a fresh development, what we have got to learn that the Goa police team has already booked their ticket to the national capital, and very soon, this very evening, they will be flying to the national capital. And then after that, what we'll hear that when the Luthra brothers will arrive in the national capital, then a formal arrest of both the brothers will be done from there.
Next, what after? Let's just, look into tomorrow, perhaps and day after. Akhil, what should we expect will happen after the Goa police arrests them?
Well, on transit remand, what we are going to expect that the Goa police team will take both the brothers over here, and then it's very likely that at least they are going to seek 1 week of police custody of Gaurav Luthra and Saurav Luthra for further interrogation in connection with the case. Because earlier, if you see, what we have been learning from since the very beginning, that both the brothers basically violated several norms. And if you see, so far what we have seen that 6 arrests have already been made in connection with the case. But one of the owners, the actual owner of that very property which was owned by Surendra Khosla. Surendra Khosla is still at large. I was speaking to one of the senior officers in the Goa Police Department. He has said that notice has already been issued to Surendra Khosla. And earlier, what we have also seen that the manager of Surendra Khosla has come to this very police station where I am currently standing right now, this Anjuna police station, and his statement has already been recorded. So if you see, Surendra Khosla's manager's statement has already been recorded by the Anjuna police team. So it's very likely that they are basically trying to bring that individual also on the table, because if you see, what we have seen that the chief general manager, the gate manager and the bar manager, 4 individuals were arrested from Goa. I'm sorry. And then later on, what we have seen that Bharat Kohli, who's the chauffeur of Saurav Luthra, was also arrested from the national capital. And then later on, what we have seen that Ajay Gupta, who basically in his initial statement said that he was just a sleeping partner, but if you just go by the statement and the investigation of the Goa Police Department, what we have got to learn that he was the main associate and the key and the most active partner in this entire business. So Ajay Gupta's arrest was very critical. So right now, if you see all the key elements of this of this entire episode has already been arrested by the Goa Police team. Once both the brothers will be brought back over here in India, then we can expect that the investigation which has been going on in the Goa fire tragedy will take further pace in that direction.
Akhil, do stay with me. There is some related breaking news coming in on this story. All right, now there's an Aam Aadmi Party linked to the Goa club owner Surinder Khosla that is being probed. The Goa police has sent a notice to Surinder Khosla. He is in the UK right now, is what we're being told. The Birch Club land owner Surinder Khosla's manager statement has been recorded. The sale agreement was signed between Aam Aadmi Party leader Pradeep Amonkar Garhi and Surinder Khosla for property where Birch Club was functional. Akhil with us. Akhil, just bring us this link that is being probed of perhaps an AAP leader also being, involved.
Well, that's right, Vedika. If you see, Aam Aadmi Party leader has also come into this picture because he claims that he is the actual owner of that very property where the Birch Club was functional. But if you see another individual who has been identified himself as Surinder Khosla, who is still at large, who is in UK right now, the Goa police team is trying to basically locate his location, and then finally they will try to arrest this very individual because his name has also come forward in this case, and he is the legal owner of that land as far as the sources in the Goa police team is concerned. But if you see Amonkar, who was the candidate for the assembly elections from the Aam Aadmi Party, has said that he is the actual owner. So there was a land dispute of Birch Club premises was still going on since the very beginning, and if you see, this case has been going on since 2004. So right now what we have got to learn that Mr. Amonkar has been constantly claiming that he is the owner, but if you see, the sale agreement was signed between both the owners, which include the party 1 and party 2, which is Pradeep Amonkar and Surinder Khosla. But as per the government data, as per the government documents, what we have got to learn that Surinder Khosla is the actual owner of that very property. So right now, it's very likely that very soon the Goa police team is going to arrest the actual owner of that property, which is Surinder Khosla, very soon in connection with the case. But if you see, so far what we have seen that Surinder Khosla's manager statement has already been recorded at this very police station approximately a few moments back. This is what we have got the information.
All right, Akhil, thanks for joining us live there. We have some more breaking news coming in. This has to do with the deportation of the Luthra brothers. Top sources in the Indian embassy have spoken to NDTV. Now, the sources are revealing that the matter will be dealt according to Thai legalities for now, because papers have been moved from the Indian side, and the authorities from the Indian side have done all that they had to secure the deportation process of the Luthras at the soonest. Now, the local judge will hear the case, and only then this case will move forward. Tejshri is joining me live from Bangkok. Tejshri, now the ball is in the Thai authorities' court, in the sense that we have to wait for that hearing to take place in court, after which only we can get more confirmation about the time, date of the arrival of the Luthra brothers. Processes in terms of the Indian side all complete?
Well, absolutely. What we can learn is that now the ball is in the court of the Thai legalities, Thai court as well, because what we are also getting to know as of now is that whenever the case will be taken up by the judge, then only the hearing is said to take place. Because sources in the Indian embassy indicate that the case involving the Luthra brothers have now will be dealt by the legal process by according to the Thai government and the judiciary that is set to take the decision next to the course of action. Also, what we are learning is that as far as the Indian authorities are concerned, they have already moved the papers, the legal documents all through the legal channel. But the matter is expected to move forward once the local court in Bangkok begins the hearing. Now, when will the hearing be taking place? That is the matter of question, because as of now there is no clarity so as to when the hearing will take place, keeping in mind that the legal team of Luthras have already landed here in Bangkok. We were the first to break this update as well, that the legal team met Luthras for around 30 minutes and they have also updated themselves as to what will they be doing. Now, the fact of the matter is when the court will be hearing the case, definitely the legal team of Luthras will be assisting them here in the Bangkok as well. But keeping in mind that what kind of charges will be imposed on Luthras as of now, that is also we'll have to see that what kind of charges will be imposed on them, keeping in mind that the charges, according to the Thai government or the Thai legalities, is all about the visa violation. However, keeping in mind the sensitivity of the case and the seriousness of the case as well, the Indian government, the Thai are in continuous touch with the Thai officials, and the Indian government and the Indian officials as well are trying to fast track the deportation as soon as possible. But the proceedings will depend on when the local judge will take up this matter. All eyes on the local judge and the local court in the Bangkok so as to when he takes up the matter.
Tejshri, we'll keep coming back to you for more. Thanks for joining us live there. We have some more breaking news coming in. Uproar in Lok Sabha over anti-Prime Minister Modi's slogans. You have Kiran Rijiju slamming the Congress leadership in the Lok Sabha. Earlier, you also had Mr. JP Nadda question the Gandhis and ask them to apologize for the derogatory remarks made against Prime Minister Narendra Modi at a Congress rally in Rajasthan's Jaipur. Listen in.
पूरे का पूरे नेतृत्व उस रैली में मौजूद थे और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए इन्होंने नारा लगाया। इस देश के लिए इससे शर्मनाक, इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण कोई चीज नहीं हो सकता है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री 140 करोड़ के नेता, विश्व में सबसे प्रसिद्ध, सबसे मजबूत नेता आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए कांग्रेस की रैली में बात कहा गया है। मैं चाहता हूं कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व माफी मांगना चाहिए, इस सदन के माध्यम से देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए। राज्यसभा में भी, लोकसभा में भी कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष।
Aishwarya Jain joining me live from Vijay Chowk. Aishwarya, the heat is building on the Congress for an apology from the leadership when it comes to the BJP for the derogatory comments against the Prime Minister. But what has the Congress's defense been all along, Aishwarya?
Well, Lok Sabha adjourned for the second time today amid the uproar on the slogans that were raised in the rally in Jaipur against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And since morning, we are witnessing Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju first in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha. It was the leader of the House, JP Nadda, who demanded an apology from the Congress leadership. In fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party has been stating that until and unless both the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi in Lok Sabha and Mallikarjun Kharge in Rajya Sabha, and in fact Sonia Gandhi in the Rajya Sabha did not apologize, then they will continue to protest because these are derogatory, below the belt comments made on the Prime Minister who is sitting on the constitutional position. As far as the Congress party is concerned, they have been clearly stating that first Amit Shah should apologize on the unparliamentary language that he used in the Rajya Sabha, and it was first Home Minister should apologize on such comment which is clearly derogatory, and then come to us and question the Congress party. The Congress party also in its defense stated that no such senior leader has made certain remarks against Prime Minister and there is no point of apologizing, and this is just the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Treasury benches who do not want to function the parliament properly, and also they want to divert major issues, and therefore the reason perhaps bringing such issues in the parliament while important business are to be are being listed in both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but the government is not ready to function the house.
All right, so Kiran Rijiju there in Parliament had even spoken earlier in the day, and that was when he had demanded an apology from the Congress leadership for the derogatory remarks. You also had JP Nadda speaking in Parliament right before Sonia Gandhi, who was sitting in front of him, demanding an apology from the Gandhis for the party workers' recent rally comments at yesterday's Congress's vote chori protest. A Congress worker from Rajasthan was heard raising a slogan referencing a grave for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Earlier, Union Minister, like I said, Kiren Rijiju had slammed the Congress, demanding that apology. Now, Rijiju said that the NDA has never spoken about killing anyone and accused the Congress of crossing all limits with this language that has been used. The Congress, like Aishwarya pointed out, has distanced itself from the slogan. It said it does not support such remarks, but has also said that the Home Minister also used unparliamentary language while in Parliament, so he should also apologize. At this point, a lot of reactions coming in on this.
बहुत ही दुख के साथ और उद्वेलित मन से मैं एक विषय को सदन के सामने लाना चाहता हूं कि कल जो कांग्रेस पार्टी की रैली हुई उसमें नारे लगे मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो कल खुदेगी। ये इस तरीके के नारे की बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है, प्लीज। ये तरीके के नारे कांग्रेस पार्टी के सोच और मानसिकता को दर्शाता है। ये नामदारों के झंझलाहट को स्पष्ट इंगित करता है और साथ में इस तरीके की बात कहना एक प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ और मृत्यु की कामना करना, यह अपने आप में बहुत ही निंदनीय है। इसके लिए हमारे नेता प्रतिपक्ष और कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता यहां बैठी हैं, आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी, इनको देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए और देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए और ये नामदारों की झंझलाहट है इसको समझना चाहिए। और मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि राजनीति का स्तर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इतना गिरा दिया है जो कल्पना के बाहर है। इसलिए इसकी मैं घोर निंदा भी करता हूं।
उनका कोई नैतिक आधार है क्या? लोकतंत्र के सर्वोच्च मंदिर में सदन में जिस प्रकार माननीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी ने SIR के चर्चे का दरमियान जिस प्रकार उन्होंने शब्दों का प्रयोग किया, जिस प्रकार असंसदीय भाषा का प्रयोग किया, जो उनकी भावभंगी में था, वो माफी मांगे क्या? तो मैंने कहा कि उनको कोई भी अंगुली किसी की ओर उठती है तो दो अंगुली अपनी ओर भी उठती है। पहले वो अपने गिरेबान झांके, उसके बाद उनका कोई नैतिक अधिकार किसी पे वो ब्लेम करे। तो एक कहावत में बहुत सारी चीजें आती है, तो उसको उस ढंग से लेने की अवसर मैं भावार्थ देखना चाहिए, वहां पर शब्दार्थ पे नहीं जाना चाहिए। और आज भी मैं कहना जो रैली के बाद ये काफी सशंकित है कि किस प्रकार जो जनसैलाब उमड़ा है उससे वो सशंकित है और इस प्रकार के वो आरोप लगा।
It is so sad and that this vote chore, Gandhi chore rally at rattled JP Nadda, Amit Shah and Kiren Rijiju. They are not able to sleep yesterday night. Therefore, they come today and to speak about other issues in Parliament. They are not allowing the Parliament to function. Who is making it? BJP only makes this kind of statement. It is BJP RSS culture. In BJP RSS culture, what are the slogans they make it? You know. What are the slogans they make it? For that they apologize. They are the non-issues they are bringing into the Parliament. In Parliament, Mr. Amit Shah spoke about a word called Sala. Whether Amit Shah apologized it? What face they are having it? They are running away from the real debate. They are afraid to meet the opposition parties in the Parliament. They don't want the Parliament to function.
मैं किसी भी तरह से राजनीतिक भेदभाव अलग हो सकते हैं, हमारी उनसे मतभिन्नता हो सकती है, विचारों के मतभेद हो सकते हैं, पार्टी अलग हो सकती है, राजनीतिक लड़ाई हो सकती है, लेकिन संवैधानिक और सर्वोच्च संस्थाओं में बैठे कुर्सी पर बैठे लोगों के प्रति भाषा में संवेदना होनी चाहिए।
Now, the Congress worker who raised anti-Prime Minister Modi slogans has brazened it out. Listen into what she says.
देखो मेरा ऐसा कोई कारण नहीं था। कल मैंने बहुत चीजों के लिए बोला था मीडिया में, लेकिन मेरे उसी एक ही नारे को ज्यादातर उन्होंने कैप्चर करके तोड़ मोड़ करके उसमें ज्यादा दिखाया गया। क्योंकि मैंने ये कहना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि बीजेपी सरकार 2014 में जो अब नहीं सहेगी महंगाई की मार, अब की बार मोदी सरकार, तो 2014 से लेकर अब तक 12 साल हो गए बीजेपी की सरकार को, और बीजेपी की सरकार में महंगाई भी चरम सीमा पर है। न युवाओं की बात सुनी जा रही है, न किसानों की, न महिलाओं की। नारा तो यही था, वो तो आम जनता का, आम पीड़ित का नारा था ये। क्योंकि एक न एक दिन जो सरकारें जो तानाशाही रवैया अपनाती है वो हमेशा एक दिन मिट्टी में मिल जाती है, क्योंकि तानाशाही रवैया नहीं चलता, क्योंकि इन्होंने सरकारी एजेंसियों को कमजोर करने का काम किया है।
And listening to what the Congress worker had said that stoked this entire controversy in Parliament and outside.
हम हमारे राहुल गांधी जी जो वोट चोरी के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई, जो निर्वाचन आयोग ने, जो आम नागरिक, जो लोकतंत्र में एक वोट की जो कीमत होती है, उस वोट को चोरी कर बीजेपी सरकार हरियाणा में, बिहार में सरकारें बनाई जा रही हैं, उसके खिलाफ हम राहुल गांधी जी के हाथ मजबूत करने हैं और हम राहुल गांधी जी के कंधे मजबूत करेंगे और इस वोट चोरी के खिलाफ बीजेपी की ईंट से ईंट हिला देंगे। बहुत असर होगा, आपने देखा ही होगा। आप अपना कैमरा घुमाइए, यहाँ पे देख रहे होंगे कितनी तादाद में यहाँ से भीड़ आई है, भारत के कोने कोने से भीड़ आई है। भाई अंत तो सभी का आता है, यानी इस तानाशाही हिटलरशाही सरकार से सब परेशान हो चुके हैं। तो ये जनता अपनी आवाज बुलंद करेगी और 2028 में उनके ताबूत की आखिरी कील साबित होगी।
Going to be slipping to a short break right now, but we will be back with international news, and of course our top headline will be the horror that people witnessed in Sydney yesterday. 15 people dead, including a 10-year-old. We'll bring you a ground report.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea, witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones, brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
I just feel very privileged in the film industry, an industry that I'm extremely proud of.
I'm honored to receive this prestigious award.
I feel overwhelmed that the NDTV has chosen me for this very special award.
Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me.
It's a great honor and a great privilege.
Really blessed to get this, and I'm really happy.
This is one of the few moments I'm going to be humble, so please record this properly, guys.
आज का दिन सबसे पहले जो फुट सोल्जर्स, जो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स और जो टीम है उनको सेलिब्रेट करने का है।
And the NDTV Indian of the Year Award 2025 goes to
NDTV Indian of the Year 2025, 19 December, New Delhi. Ideas, inspiration, impact.
Namaste India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Fayakun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app, and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
You applauded the performance. Now meet the actor who defined it. Vicky Kaushal at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. Stop.
Welcome back here with Breaking Ground. It's time to bring you our top international stories at this hour in our special segment, World View. At least 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, have been killed in a mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia's New South Wales. Victims range in age is from 10 to 87. The attack unfolded on Sunday during a public event marking the start of Hanukkah. Police say they are treating the shooting as a terrorist incident. Authorities confirm the two gunmen were father and son. The 50-year-old suspect was found dead at the scene while his 24-year-old son is in hospital. According to reports, the shooters are originally from Pakistan. The son is an Australian-born citizen, while the father arrived in the year 1998 on a student visa, which was transferred in 2001 to a partner visa and later resident return visas.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores in an iconic Australian location, Bondi Beach, that is associated with joy, associated with families gathering, associated with celebrations, and it is forever tarnished by what has occurred last evening. This was an attack deliberately targeted at the Jewish community on the first day of Hanukkah, which of course should be a joyous celebration, and the Jewish community are hurting today. Today all Australians wrap our arms around them and say we stand with you.
ענק, כמו רני גבילי, שפשוט נלחם עד הכדור האחרון גם היום מנסים לרצוח, ולצערנו גם היום הצליחו לרצוח יהודים, טבחו ביהודים בסידני שבאוסטרליה. אני כתבתי לפני 4 חודשים מכתב לראש ממשלת אוסטרליה. אמרתי לו, המדיניות שלך מעודדת טרור, היא מעודדת אנטישמיות. אתה קורא למדינה פלסטינית ואתה נותן בעצם פרס לחמאס על הטבח הנורא שהם ביצעו בנו ב7 באוקטובר. אני לא שוכח את זה.
I have Jay Bharadwaj, Managing Editor, Australia Today, joining me live. Jay, thanks for speaking to me here on Breaking Ground. I want to first ask you, what can you share with us on the latest investigations and especially on the attackers?
See, these were father and son duo, Naveed Akram and Sajid Akram. They have been here for quite long now. About Naveed, the son, I can tell you that he was subject of ASIO intelligence inquiry in 2019, where a couple of people were arrested on the pretext of a imminent terror attack in Celia, and he was one of the close aides for those people, as we understand from ASIO sources. Now, how come the person who was of interest in that case in 2019, his father was owning 6 gun licenses? They are not small guns, they are barrel guns, long guns, and though they were at the pretext of a shooting club joining, but having gone to a person who has links to or allegedly links to Islamic State, that's a very big error in terms of Australian intelligence agencies.
And Jay,
Now
also,
we come to this.
very quickly, Jay, my second question to you, because I'm running out of time here, is that strong words coming in from the Israeli leadership. How is the Australian government reacting to Netanyahu's claim that the Australian government let the disease of anti-Semitism spread?
Well, there are a number of people in Australia also who are criticizing Prime Minister Albanese on this front. And one of them is the opposition leader, Susan Ley. She has categorically said that Prime Minister has left Jewish Australians at the mercy of these thugs. And they should have been saved, they should have been worked through. And this is the inaction or Prime Minister's apathy that shows in this terror attack. These are very strong words coming from opposition leader. And I can tell you there are a number of intellectuals and think tank intellectuals who are telling us that what has happened, the error is within. So we have to look forward to how to strengthen the gun laws here in Australia and how to protect Australian Jewish people.
Jay, thank you for speaking to me here on Breaking Ground. We, of course, will keep coming back to you for more. So much happening in Australia in the last 24 hours. Also, there's a cabinet meeting that will be underway shortly, if it isn't already, where gun licenses also will be discussed threadbare by the Australian leadership. But who is this man, Navid Akram? We're going to tell you more about this 24-year-old. He's Australian born, is what we know. He's an unemployed man. He lost his job about 2 months ago. He was a bricklayer, is what we're being told. And he was also previously examined by Australia's security agency. He's apprehended, but is in critical but stable condition. He's one of the 2 men who attacked all those people, because of which there have been 15 casualties. Now let's tell you who Sajid Akram is. Sajid Akram, 50-year-old fruit shop owner. He arrived in Australia on a student visa in the year 1998. It was transferred to a partner visa 3 years later in 2001, was licensed to own 6 firearms. He was killed by the cops on the scene there at Bondi Beach. A lot of eyewitness accounts also coming in. This has shattered a lot of people who had to witness what they saw before them. Blood on that beach there. Listen into what they had to say.
I jumped out of a window and I just was like, where's my family? And then we were running up behind me. And we could just hear the gunshots and they're just so loud. And we didn't know which way that they were shooting. So we were like running on the open road. And I just, like, images are just like flashing out, like I just need to get my family safe, so we're just running with heaps of people.
Amazing bravery and the kindness that people are showing. That guy that could have been so much worse who got the gun off the guy. Amazing. He's a legend.
Yeah.
At that, I'll be back with the headlines and top stories here on Breaking Ground at 1 p.m. in moments from now. Stay tuned.
They ruled the world, won 1 billion hearts. Now, meet the champions who made the nation proud. The Indian women's cricket team at the NDTV Indian of the Year. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France, in Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest, but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. गायकवाड़ साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए Suddenly, people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude,
we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivarur, NDTV.
What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the Welcome back. You're watching Breaking Ground. I'm Vedika. So these are the headlines we're tracking at this hour. The BJP rains fire after Congress workers threat to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. JP Nadda demands apology from the Gandhis in Parliament. Minister Rijiju says no one wishes death, even upon rivals. Toxic smog envelops the national capital. Delhi chokes. Air is in hazardous category. Over 300 flights delayed. Congress MP moves adjournment motion in Parliament. Youngest BJP National Working President Nitin Nabin Prasad Sinha will be in Delhi today to receive grand welcome at the party's national headquarters. Endgame for Luthra brothers. Sources tell NDTV that they are supposed to be in India by tomorrow. The Goa police will be in the national capital to arrest them upon arrival. Worm-infested rice found in midday meals in government schools in Koppal and Karnataka. Parents raise alarm. Bondi Beach gunmen who killed 15 after targeting a Jewish celebration were father and son, police confirm. Netanyahu blames the Australian Prime Minister for the terror attack. All right, news just coming in. The government is all set to scrap the Manrega and bring in a new rural job bill. And we have Priyanka Gandhi also reacting to it. The government is to bring that new bill in Parliament. Earlier, Manrega would assure 100 days of employment. Now, with this new bill that is going to be in Parliament, there's a guarantee of 125 days is what we're being told. Priyanka Gandhi reacting. Listen in.
पब्लिक को समझ में आता है कि नहीं मुझे नहीं मालूम, लेकिन नीचे कर लो। जब भी किसी योजना का इस तरह से नाम बदला जाता है, आप सोचिए कितने ऑफिस हैं, कितनी स्टेशनरी है, कितनी उसके एलिमेंट्स हैं जिसमें खर्चा होता है। तो इसका फ़ायदा क्या है, किस लिए किया जा रहा है, महात्मा गांधी जी का नाम क्यों हटा रहे हैं? महात्मा गांधी जी तो इस देश के मतलब सबसे बड़े नेता इतिहास में, दुनिया में, विश्व में माने जाते हैं। तो उनका नाम हटाने के लिए पता है, मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा कि मकसद क्या है, इनकी मनसा क्या है, सदन चल नहीं रहा है।
And I have Akhilesh Sharma, political editor, joining me live here. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, Manrega, is going to be replaced. What are the details you have for us? After which we will, of course, come to the political showdown also that we're expecting over this, Akhilesh.
Well, it's a very important move by the government that it is going to repeal the Manrega law, which was enacted by the UPA government in 2005 and which ensured 100 days employment guarantee for the poor living in the urban rural areas. And that actually this scheme was so successful that it made way for the UPA to come back in power in 2009. But for the past 20 years, this has been a legacy of the UPA government, and the Modi government wants to change it. If you remember, when Narendra Modi took over as the Prime Minister, he mentioned in Parliament that this is a Vifalta ka smarak of Congress party, this entire scheme. So now the government is going to replace it. They are bringing a new bill called the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar in Ajivika Mission Gramin, VBG Ramji bill. This is what they are calling it, VBG Ramji. So this is going to be the new scheme which will ensure not 100 days but 125 days employment for the poor living in the rural areas, and the wages will be paid within 15 days. And they also ensured that this scheme is beneficial for the people living in the rural areas. So now basically they have modified the entire scheme and not only change the name but also enhance the budget for this. Around 1,50,000 crore has been provided for accomplishment of this scheme.
Also, you have Priyanka Gandhi questioning why the name of Mahatma Gandhi is being dropped for this new bill. Akhilesh, are we expecting fireworks in Parliament and outside over this?
Well, the government, that's correct, because Congress and other opposition parties are raising this issue. They are saying that why Modi government has dropped the name of Mahatma Gandhi, though originally when this act was passed by Parliament during the UPA government time, that was Mahatma Gandhi name was not added. It was later added. Mahatma Gandhi Manrega scheme was known later on. But now Modi government has repealed the old scheme and a new scheme has been launched which is called VBG Ramji. So it's very interesting name which they have coined. This is the acronym, and as I mentioned, the Modi government wants to enhance number of days from 100 to 125. They are saying that it is going to actually benefit other people living in the rural areas, because so far the Manrega was not able to help them to elevate from the poverty line.
All right, so the central government is going to present a new bill in Parliament, is what we're being told, that would put an end to the current Manrega scheme, and it will be replaced with a different employment guarantee program, is what even Akhilesh is telling us. And the new bill, called the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Bill 2025, will be presented in the Lok Sabha. Thanks for joining us live there, Akhilesh. We, of course, will keep coming back to you for more. Priyanka Gandhi questioning why the name of Mahatma Gandhi is being dropped with the change of this bill. But a new political in Parliament, and in front of him, Sonia Gandhi was sitting right there when he demanded an apology from her for the party workers' recent rally comments in Rajasthan. At yesterday's Congress's Vote Chori protest, a Congress worker from Rajasthan was heard raising a slogan referencing a grave for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Earlier, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju has slammed the Congress and demanded an apology. Rijiju said that the NDA has never spoken about killing anyone and accused the Congress of crossing all limits with the language used. Even Congress allies has slammed the party over the slogans raised against Prime Minister Modi, reminding it that political differences cannot justify a lack of public restraint. The Congress has distanced itself from the slogan. It said it does not support such remarks. However, the party stood firm on its vote theft allegations, claiming the BJP and the Election Commission are working hand in glove.
बहुत ही दुख के साथ और उद्वेलित मन से मैं एक विषय को सदन के सामने लाना चाहता हूं कि कल जो कांग्रेस पार्टी की रैली हुई उसमें नारे लगे मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो कल खुदेगी। ये इस तरीके के नारे, ये बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है प्लीज, ये तरीके के नारे कांग्रेस पार्टी के सोच और मानसिकता को दर्शाता है। ये नामदारों के झंझलाहट को स्पष्ट इंगित करता है और साथ में इस तरीके की बात कहना एक प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ और मृत्यु की कामना करना यह अपने आप में बहुत ही निंदनीय है। इसके लिए हमारे नेता प्रतिपक्ष और कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता यहाँ बैठी हैं, आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी, इनको देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए और देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए। और ये नामदारों की झंझाट है, इसको समझना चाहिए। और मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि राजनीति का स्तर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इतना गिरा दिया है, जो कल्पना के बाहर है। इसलिए इसकी मैं घोर निंदा भी करता हूँ।
पूरे का पूरे नेतृत्व उस रैली में मौजूद थे और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए इन्होंने नारा लगाया। इस देश के लिए इससे शर्मनाक, इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण कोई चीज नहीं हो सकता है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री 140 करोड़ के नेता, विश्व में सबसे प्रसिद्ध, सबसे मजबूत नेता आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए कांग्रेस की रैली में बात कहा गया है। मैं चाहता हूं कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व माफी मांगना चाहिए, इस सदन के माध्यम से देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए। राज्यसभा में भी, लोकसभा में भी कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष
आपस में बात कर रहे थे कि किसने कहा ये सब, हमें तो मालूम ही नहीं है। हमें मंच पे तो बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं हुआ। फिर पता चला कि पब्लिक में किसी ने इंटरव्यू दिया, पब्लिक में कोई कह रहा है, कोई कार्यकर्ता है या कौन है, किसी को मालूम भी नहीं है कौन है, उनको खुद नहीं मालूम कौन है। तो सदन में उठा क्यों रहे हैं, और वो भी क्वेश्चन आवर के टाइम। मुझे
अरे भाई फ्रस्ट्रेशन में है कांग्रेस गालियां ही दे सकती है। कांग्रेस की कब्र खुद गई है, जनता ने खोद दी है और खोद करके राजनीतिक कब्र उसी में गर जाए।
सर, मोदी जी के लिए कल जिस तरह कांग्रेस की रैली में तेरी कब्र खुदेगी भाषा इस्तेमाल किया गया,
कब्र किसकी खुदेगी? अपने दिल से जानिए पराये दिल का हाल। कहा जाता है गड्ढा किसके लिए खोदते हो, तो अपने लिए खोदते हो। कांग्रेस की कब्र खुद रही है तो वो अपना चिल्ला रही है जोर जोर से। गांधी परिवार ही खत्म हो जाएगा। थैंक यू।
It is so sad and that this vote chode, Gaddi chode rally and rattled JP Nadda, Amit Shah and Kiren Rijiju. They are not able to sleep yesterday night. Therefore, they come today and to speak about other issues in Parliament. They are not allowing the Parliament to function. Who is making it? BJP only makes this kind of statement. It is BJP RSS culture. In BJP RSS culture, what are the slogans they make it? You know, what are the slogans they make it? For that they apologize. They are the non-issues they are bringing into the Parliament. In Parliament, Mr. Amit Shah spoke about a word called Sala. Whether Amit Shah apologized it. What face they are having it? They are running away from the real debate. They are afraid to meet the opposition parties in the Parliament. They don't want the Parliament to function.
This is totally a baseless drama they are created today. I think it is because of the biggest successful conducted rally. Delhi never seen this type of enthusiasm, this type of participation for a Congress rally within these 10-15 years. It may be provoked them, but what they are blaming, I asked the Kiren Rijiju, any Congress leader spoke about it. They are telling some people in the rally, they are telling all these things. These are baseless. We don't know. Lakhs of people are participating in the rally. It is not our customs to blame, use dirty language, unacceptable language against any political leader, even though they are our political enemies.
उनका कोई नैतिक आधार है क्या? लोकतंत्र के सर्वोच्च मंदिर में सदन में जिस प्रकार माननीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी ने SIR के चर्चे का दरमियान जिस प्रकार उन्होंने शब्दों का प्रयोग किया, जिस प्रकार असंसदीय भाषा का प्रयोग किया, जो उनकी भावभंगी में था, वो माफी मांगे क्या? तो मैंने कहा कि उनको कोई भी अंगुली किसी की ओर उठती है तो दो अंगुली अपनी ओर भी उठती है। पहले वो अपने गिरेबान झाके, उसके बाद उनका कोई नैतिक अधिकार किसी पे वो ब्लेम करे। तो एक कहावत में बहुत सारी चीजें आती है, तो उसको उस ढंग से लेने की अवसर, मैं भावार्थ अर्थ देखना चाहिए, वहां पर शब्दार्थ में नहीं जाना चाहिए। और आज भी मैं कहना जो रैली के बाद ये काफी सशंकित है कि किस प्रकार जो जनसैलाब उमड़ा है उससे वो सशंकित है और इस प्रकार के वो आरोप लगा।
मैं किसी भी तरह से राजनीतिक भेदभाव अलग हो सकते हैं, हमारी उनसे मतभिन्नता हो सकती है, विचारों के मतभेद हो सकते हैं, पार्टी अलग हो सकती है, राजनीतिक लड़ाई हो सकती है, लेकिन संवैधानिक और सर्वोच्च संस्थाओं में बैठे कुर्सी पर बैठे लोगों के प्रति भाषा में संवेदना होनी चाहिए।
Controversy revolves around this Congress worker who raised the anti-Prime Minister Modi slogan. She's now tried to clarify. Here's what she has said.
देखो, मेरा ऐसा कोई कारण नहीं था। कल मैंने बहुत चीजों के लिए बोला था मीडिया में, लेकिन मेरे उसी एक ही नारे को ज्यादातर उन्होंने कैप्चर करके तोड़ मोड़ करके उसमें ज्यादा दिखाया गया। क्योंकि मैंने ये कहना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि बीजेपी सरकार 2014 में जो अब नहीं सहेगी महंगाई की मार, अब की बार मोदी सरकार, तो 2014 से लेकर अब तक 12 साल हो गए बीजेपी की सरकार को, और बीजेपी की सरकार में महंगाई भी चरम सीमा पर है। न युवाओं की बात सुनी जा रही है, न किसानों की, न महिलाओं की। नारा तो यही था, वो तो आम जनता का, आम पीड़ित का नारा था ये। क्योंकि एक न एक दिन जो सरकारें जो तानाशाही रवैया अपनाती है वो हमेशा एक दिन मिट्टी में मिल जाती है, क्योंकि तानाशाही रवैया नहीं चलता, क्योंकि इन्होंने सरकारी एजेंसियों को कमजोर करने का काम किया है।
So Manjulata says that she's been misquoted. So let's now bring you what she had said yesterday, the comment that stoked this entire controversy.
हम हमारे राहुल गांधी जी जो वोट चोरी के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई, जो निर्वाचन आयोग ने, जो आम नागरिक, जो लोकतंत्र में एक वोट की जो कीमत होती है, उस वोट को चोरी कर कर बीजेपी सरकार हरियाणा में, बिहार में सरकारें बनाई जा रही हैं, उसके खिलाफ हम राहुल गांधी जी के हाथ मजबूत करने हैं और हम राहुल गांधी जी के कंधे मजबूत करेंगे और इस वोट चोरी के खिलाफ बीजेपी की ईंट से ईंट हिला देंगे। बहुत असर होगा, आपने देखा ही होगा। आप अपना कैमरा घुमाइए, यहाँ पे देख रहे होंगे कितनी तादाद में यहाँ से भीड़ आई है, भारत के कोने कोने से भीड़ आई है। भाई अंत तो सभी का आता है, यानी इस तानाशाही हिटलरशाही सरकार से सब परेशान हो चुके हैं। तो ये जनता अपनी आवाज बुलंद करेगी और 2028 में उनके ताबूत की आखिरी कील साबित होगी।
Aishwarya Jain joining me live. Aishwarya, this issue, this controversy taking center stage in Parliament. You have JP Nadda, you have Kiran Rijiju demanding an apology from the Congress president and the Gandhis. Meanwhile, the Congress has distanced itself, while you have a leader also saying that there were unparliamentary comments made by the Home Minister. He should apologize as well in Parliament.
Well, that's right. The Bharatiya Janata Party is adamant of having an apology from the Congress leadership on the slogans that were raised by one of the Congress workers against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is sitting on one of the topmost constitutional position in the country. The Bharatiya Janata Party clearly stating that they were also once in the opposition, but they, in the past, haven't even once stooped so low, be it the political, enemies, or they would have the ideological differences, but, a killing threat or such disgraceful comments are something that I've never heard in the Indian political scenario. Certainly, it is the Congress party which is distanced itself. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra came out and said that someone, in the public rally, who she is, they don't know. And, taking that quote and putting out in the parliament is something that clearly suggests that the Bharatiya Janata Party or the treasury benches do not want the house to function. They are raising unnecessary, issues in the parliament, while there are important issues that need to be first discussed in the parliament. It is also the Congress party who had asked the Bharatiya Janata Party that first Amit Shah, who spoke unparliamentary words according to them, should apologize and then they should ask us.
All right, so this is going to continue to take center stage in Parliament. Aishwarya, thanks for joining me live there. Moving on now, the BJP has appointed Bihar Cabinet Minister Nitin Nabin as the party's National Working President. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah congratulated Nabin on that appointment of his. At the age of 45, he is the youngest BJP chief. He also holds the distinction of being a 5-time MLA and has acquired administrative experience handling important ministerial portfolios. Nitin Nabin has thanked both the Prime Minister as well as Nadda for the opportunity. Meanwhile, Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi slammed the BJP and said, unlike Congress, no formal process was followed for the appointment of Nitin Nabin by the BJP High Command.
नितिन जी, प्रधानमंत्री ने भरोसा जताया।
पार्टी का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का विश्वास, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी का विश्वास, हम सब का कार्यकर्ताओं का प्रयास, मैं हमारे गृह मंत्री माननीय रक्षा मंत्री
चुनौती की कुछ रहेगी सामने,
बताएंगे। सब कार्यकर्ताओं को मेहनत पर भरोसा है।
पार्टी के युवा मोर्चा से लेकर प्रदेश के प्रभारी के तौर पर और आज बिहार सरकार में मंत्री के तौर पर भी काम कर रहे आदरणीय नितिन नबीन जी को पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने और आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष के तौर पर नियुक्त किया है। मैं पूरे बिहार की ओर से आदरणीय दिलीप जी और हम लोग पूरे बिहार की ओर से, बिहार की संगठन की ओर से, पूरी बिहार की जनता की ओर से उनको धन्यवाद देते हैं। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को, राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी को और नितिन नबीन जी को विशेष शुभकामना देते हैं।
नितिन नबीन जी एक युवा चेहरा है, युवा नेता है। पूरे देश के युवाओं में आज ये संदेश भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने दिया है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का देश का कमान संगठन का नितिन नबीन जी के कंधों दिया गया है और पूरे युवाओं में, पूरे देश के युवाओं में खुशी का लहर है। और आने वाले समय में देश के युवा नितिन नबीन जी के नेतृत्व में संगठन से जुड़ेंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी युवाओं के बीच और भी अपना जो है संगठन को धारदार बनाएगी।
बिहार का एक युवा, बिहार का एक नेता, बीजेपी का कार्यकारी राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हुआ, कितनी खुशी की बात है। हम जा रहे हैं उनको बधाई देने। और बीजेपी का जो कार्य संस्कृति है उस पर अब देश बहुत विश्वास कर रहा है, इसलिए ये पद कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है। वरना पहले कौन पूछता था कौन क्या हुआ। आप लोगों को इतना उत्कंठा है। नितिन नवीन जी को कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष बनने के लिए बधाई। आगे देखिए।
There's a clear lack of process in the recent announcement of the BJP for their national working president. And there's a clear lack of meaningful engagement and dialogue with their party workers. This is in complete opposite of how the Congress party has chosen its secrecy, because they are unwilling to engage in dialogue. They don't believe in dialogue even with their own party workers. They don't even trust the opinion of their own party workers.
मध्य प्रदेश और राजस्थान के मुख्यमंत्री के बाद उत्तर प्रदेश में देखा लगातार 8 साल कार्यकारी से काम चला प्रशासन में भी, तो यहाँ तो बस मोहरे चाहिए।
We bring you this report that takes you through everything you need to know about 45-year-old Nitin Nabin.
The Bharatiya Janata Party has appointed Nitin Nabin as its new national working president, signalling a generational shift and a renewed focus on organizational strength ahead of key elections. At 45, Nitin Nabin becomes the youngest BJP working president and the first from Bihar and Eastern India.
बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपको। ये बताइए, आपको बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेवारी मिली है, क्या प्राथमिकता है आपकी?
प्राथमिकता तो निश्चित रूप से संगठन को और मजबूती देना, संगठन को गढ़ने का काम करना, सर्वव्यापी सर्वस्पर्शी संगठन को सर्वव्यापी और सर्वस्पर्शी नेतृत्व में नीचे से उभारना और अपने प्रदेश केंद्रीय नेतृत्व के भरोसा है उसमें निश्चित रूप से नए नेतृत्व का सृजन करना।
तो आप इतनी बड़ी जिम्मेवारी के लिए तैयार थे नितिन, और आपके ऊपर प्रधानमंत्री ने बहुत भरोसा जलाया।
मैं मानता हूं कि अपने केंद्रीय नेतृत्व का भरोसा ही है जो मैं आज यहां पर हूं।
A 5-time MLA and a long-time organizational worker, Nabin has nearly 2 decades of experience within the party. He began his political journey with the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha in Bihar, steadily rising through the organization. His organizational skills came into focus during the Chhattisgarh elections, where he served as the election co-in-charge months ahead of polling. Nabin later played a key role in the BJP's Delhi campaign, helping the party return to power in the capital after nearly 3 decades. In Bihar, he was tasked with mobilizing the Jivika Didi network and coordinating NDA meetings, responsibilities that further strengthened his standing within the party. 3 factors worked in his favor: a strong grasp of election management, alignment with the leadership's functioning, and the ability to deliver under pressure. Nabin is also seen as a consensus builder who works closely with senior leaders and across organizational lines. The son of late Janasangh leader and former MLA Nabin Kishore Prasad Sinha, his political roots run deep in Bihar. For the BJP, Nitin Nabin's elevation reflects both continuity and change, experienced leadership with a clear generational shift. Bureau Report, NDTV.
This morning, the National Capital Region woke up to dense fog, leading to poor visibility across many areas. Near-zero visibility from dense fog combined with severe air pollution disrupted both road and air traffic in the national capital. An orange alert has been issued for the Delhi NCR region. Air quality remains in the severe plus category, breaching the 456 mark across parts of the national capital. Now, with GRAP Stage 4 measures in place, truck entry into Delhi is restricted except for essential services and CNG, LNG vehicles, while construction and demolition activities remain banned across the NCR. They've been put on hold for now. More than 320 flights have been delayed because of thick smog in Delhi. As of now, 40 cancellations have been reported, with 108 Indigo flights to and fro Delhi being cancelled. Airlines have urged passengers to allow additional time while planning their journey to the airport, as road traffic may be slower due to the toxic haze. Anushka is now joining me live. Anushka, just look at the statistics that we have when it comes to this emergency. 494 is in Okhla phase 2. We've seen on the 15th of December, it was 457. On the 14th of December, 499. It's just been extremely high. It seems to be more of a calendar event. Like I said, even in my previous bulletin, it's something we expect because we're let down every year. Just tell us what you've been seeing since this morning around you. People masking up is the least that they can do. I'm glad you've done it as well. But any comment, any statement coming in from the Delhi government on this? What are the key meetings that we can hopefully expect from the Delhi government on this huge crisis that Delhi is facing?
That's right, Vedika. We are seeing marathon meetings that is being held by the Delhi government regarding the pollution situation that can clearly be seen in Delhi NCR. As we are speaking, the pollution, the AQI in Delhi stands at 457. That is at the higher end of the severe plus category. We are seeing that the strictest anti-pollution curve, that is the GRAP 4, has been invoked in Delhi, but it has failed to translate on ground, because we are seeing that day in and day out, from 3 consecutive days, we are seeing that the AQI has breached the very poor category. And it is in fact also oscillating between the very poor and the severe category. We have seen that in hospitals the situation is quite grim. Several of the patients are lining up and have filled the OPDs because of the respiratory issues that they are facing. Even doctors have said that at this point and around this season, if people can afford it, they should leave Delhi. Outdoor activities have been prohibited. The students have been shifted to hybrid classes till class 10th. And also we are seeing that several restrictions have been put in place. That is the banning of heavy vehicles, the banning of BS4 petrol and BS6 diesel vehicle construction and demolition activities, even for public project, has been banned. And we are seeing that so far nothing has come out of it. Even now as we are speaking, people are masking up. People are in fact currently quite worried about the elder and the small children that are inside the house. And we are seeing that the government, which is quite very much involved in the political slugfest and have in fact been blaming each other, while the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the Delhi government has proven, that is led by BJP, has in fact proven that they cannot do anything about the AQI. The BJP-led Delhi government is now saying that this is something that they have gotten in legacy from the Aam Aadmi Party government, which had failed to work any bit for the pollution issue that the people in Delhi NCR are currently facing. Over to you.
All right, Anushka, do stay with me. We're also going to get you this ground report filed by Tanushka.
Delhi airport is seeing over 100 flights cancelled because of the dense smog that has blanketed the atmosphere here. I'm currently at Terminal 3 of Delhi airport, standing right in front of the display board wherein you can see some flights delayed and demarcated against that. We do understand that 108 Indigo flights have been cancelled because of the dense smog. Air India has cancelled around 20 flights until now because of the dense smog, and we also know that other airlines such as Akasa Air, SpiceJet have also issued their own advisories with respect to delays and cancellations for airfare. As of now, we also know that over 300 flights have been delayed at Delhi airport. These include both departure and arrival figures. So around 374 flights as of now remain delayed from Delhi airport. And of course, this is majorly due to the pollution scenario. We do know that pollution and the AQI index has been in the severe plus category for the past couple of days and continues to remain so. The meteorological department has issued an orange alert for dense fog in the northern region of India for the next couple of hours as well. Of course, visibility has improved from the morning. Delhi airport has also come in with a very fresh update that runway operations are now slowly getting back on track as visibility improves. Earlier in the morning when we were also traveling to the airport, the visibility, you could see nothing on the roads. It was only 50 meters. Now as the day has progressed, it has climbed up to 200 meters and hopefully it should get better by the day, especially if the sun comes out. But as of now, this is what the ground reality remains, that the passengers continue to be inconvenienced. Flights are cancelled and delayed across board because of the dense smog that is encircling the Delhi NCR at this point, and pollution is the center of all of these issues. With camera person Gopal, this is Tanushka Datta for NDTV.
At this point, I must confess, most of the anchors here at NDTV have been coughing for the last 2 months, and they continue to, but we're trying to bring you as many details on the story as possible. It's something that we're just living with. It's the reality of today here in New Delhi. So what's pollution doing to your lungs? 40% residents in Delhi have reduced lung function. It's not 5%, it's not 2.5%, it's not 0.5%. We're talking about a staggering 40% Delhi residents having reduced lung function. Over 20 lakh children show signs of lung damage. That's the legacy we're passing on to our children who live in Delhi for no fault of theirs, viewers. This is something that every government that comes and goes does not pay heed to. Delhiites have higher chances of respiratory diseases, of course. If you're going to breathe in all that pollution, PM 2.5, it's going to lead to what you're seeing on your screens. 4 to 8 months in Delhi air, chronic lung inflammation. How many medicines will you have to relieve yourself from any of that respiratory issue? For how many months will you be on that medication is the big question. 1 year in Delhi air is equal to reduced lung functioning. We're talking about this being a gas chamber, and when we say it's a gas chamber, it's for these reasons that you see here. Air pollution is now the #1 carcinogen. What this means is that you don't have to be smoking to suffer from lung cancer. You just have to live in Delhi, and over the years, like also Dr. Sanjeev Bagai pointed out, you will and you may suffer from something as serious as cancer. Going back to Anushka now, who's live with us from New Delhi. Anushka, it's the intent also that we must talk about here on NDTV. The Right to Breathe is a campaign that we will sustain till this, changes, and we don't see it changing anytime soon. You also have the government in Parliament talking about how the World Health Organization's air quality guidelines serve only as advisory values, not binding standards. This in itself shows that the intent is missing on the ground, be it at the center or be it at the state level, while that blame game continues over stubble burning, over other factors.
As you have rightly mentioned, Vedika, intent is what is missing on ground, because what we are seeing here, and despite government not accepting the WHO guidelines and standards, we are seeing that on ground people like me, people like any of us are suffering. And we are also seeing that the OPDs are in fact filled with the patients who are right now suffering from respiratory ailments. And we are seeing the children who are forced to stay inside the houses while they could be quite easily going outside and enjoying the winter season of Delhi. We are seeing that the AQI is from the past 3 consecutive days. We are seeing the AQI has in fact been recorded in the severe plus category. Not just that, we are seeing day in and day out the weather is quite gloomy. Outside the temperature remains quite cold, and because of that we are seeing that there are sudden mood shifts also because of the current situation in Delhi NCR. Not just in Delhi, but also if we talk about Noida, Ghaziabad, Greater Noida, Faridabad, everywhere the situation remains the same. So one thing is for sure is that the policies that are right now kept in place are not translating on the ground, and the government needs to do more. We did see that the Delhi government had formed a panel and had said that they will be deploying flying squad that will be working as the brains of and the suggestion panel of the Delhi government. But so far we are seeing several of the hotspot area that is, like you rightly mentioned, has become a calendar event for Delhi NCR. Anand Vihar, every year it is in the very poor category to severe category. Wazirpur, Bhavana, Narela, all these areas are in fact in the very poor category and oscillating between the severe category as we are speaking right now. Over to you.
But the blame game continues. Anushka, thanks for joining us there. The blame game continues. You have the opposition hitting out at the BJP government. Listen in to the voices coming in.
बहुत ज़्यादा हद से ज़्यादा खराब हो गया है और हम लोगों को डिस्कस करना चाहिए. मैं आज वो डिस्कशन का परमिशन भी मतलब का वो लगाऊंगी नोटिस.
अगर वर्तमान पोल्यूशन की बात करें तो इसका सीधा दारोमदार अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार पर है, जो 10 साल दिल्ली में जिन्होंने शासन किया लेकिन प्रदूषण पर एक भी कदम नहीं उठाया. इसके कारण से दिल्ली बदहाल स्थिति में पहुंच गई. वर्तमान में हमारी सरकार जब से दिल्ली में बनी है तब तक सारे कदम हम उठा रहे हैं पोल्यूशन कम करने के, लेकिन 10 साल में जितनी बदहाली होगी उसको ठीक करने में थोड़ा समय ज़रूर लगेगा. और इस नाते से दिल्ली के लोगों को स्वच्छ वातावरण मिले और स्वच्छ हवा मिले, ये हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है और इस काम को हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा करें.
2019 में मैंने 193 फाइल की थी और लोकसभा में इसकी बहस शुरू की थी. पिछले 6 साल में प्रदूषण और भीषण हो गया है और इस परिस्थिति को निपटने के लिए मैंने इस शीतकालीन सत्र में दोबारा से 193 फाइल की है. एयर पोल्यूशन को प्राथमिकता पे लोकसभा को डिस्कस करने के लिए.
पोल्यूशन दिल्ली में और आसपास में बढ़ रहा है, इसको लेकर एक डीप स्ट्रेटेजी प्लान दिल्ली सरकार बना रही है और शॉर्ट टर्म के जो भी उपाय हैं उनके ऊपर भी काम हो रहा है. दिल्ली सरकार पूरा प्रयत्न कर रही है, लेकिन पूरी स्टडी करके इसके इफेक्टिव स्टेप उठाने की तैयारी में दिल्ली सरकार है. तो जल्दी ही जनता को इसके बारे में उठाए हुए कदम और जो भी हम काम करेंगे उसकी जानकारी दी जाएगी.
प्रदूषण का स्तर ये है कि आप बंद कमरे में हैं तब भी चारों तरफ धुंध छाई हुई है, कमरों के अंदर तक जो है स्मॉग दिख रही है. और उससे भी बड़ी दुर्भाग्य की बात यह है कि दिल्ली वाले किसकी तरफ देखें कि इसके अंदर कुछ किया जाएगा. उस मुख्यमंत्री की तरफ जिनको AQI भी नहीं बोलना आता, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो कहते हैं कि AQI और टेम्परेचर एक चीज़ है, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो कहती हैं कि AQI को तो किसी भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट से नापा जा सकता है, वो मुख्यमंत्री जो ये कह रही हैं कि AQI को कम करने का एक ही तरीका है कि पानी की छिड़काव करी जाए. मतलब आप सोचिए, दिल्ली देश की राजधानी की ऐसी मुख्यमंत्री 4 साल तक क्या उम्मीद करेंगे कि आप ये मुख्यमंत्री कुछ कर पाएगी. बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात है.
The other big story that we're tracking here on NDTV and have been tracking for the last 8 days, after days of high-level coordination between Indian and Thai authorities, the Luthra brothers, Saurav and Gaurav Luthra, could be deported as early as Tuesday. According to top sources, the Goa police team will fly to Delhi this evening and stay overnight. The brothers are expected to be brought back from Thailand tomorrow, and the Goa police will then arrest them on arrival. Meanwhile, Goa police has also sent a notice to Birch Club landowner Surinder Khosla, who is currently in the UK. His manager's statement has been recorded. Sources say a sale agreement was signed between Aam Aadmi Party leader and former TVIM candidate Pradeep Amonkar Garhi and Khosla for the property where the club was operating. Sources add that the matter is now being processed under Thai legal procedures, with the local court hearing expected to take place before the brothers are deported. So very quickly, the highlights of the story, the updates are as follows. We're expecting the two brothers that you see on your screen to be back tomorrow, which is Tuesday. There is an important court hearing that should start soon. We're expecting that to happen in Bangkok. The process of documentation has been completed by the Indian side. Now the ball is in the court of the Thai authorities. There has been extremely good coordination between the Indian authorities and the Thai authorities in terms of detaining the Luthra brothers. They are at a detention center in Bangkok, is what we're being told. And very soon, you could see them on Indian soil. The Goa police, like I pointed out, will be sending a team to New Delhi today, and they will then arrest the Luthra brothers on their arrival at the airport. Akhil joining me live from Goa. Akhil, just take us through all the developments that you're witnessing in Goa. We know about that team that should be landing in Delhi today sometime in the evening, but what's the process after that?
Well, that's right, Vedika. If you see, a team from the Goa police team is going to land this very evening in the national capital, and after that, it's very likely that both the accused brothers from Thailand will be brought back tomorrow morning. So once they will be brought in over here in the national capital, and then the Goa police team will make the formal arrest, and after that, they will be taken on transit remand to Goa, where the investigation is going on over here. So right now, the latest update that we are getting from the Goa police sources that the tickets has been done for the Goa police team, which is going. It's a 4-member team which is going to the national capital, and once the team will arrive over there, the legal procedure work will be completed also. And right now, if you see earlier, what we have got the information that the EC certificate, which takes approximately 24 hours to 36 hours, has already been created in connection with the case. So earlier, what we have seen that their visa was got cancelled. Apart from that, their passports were impounded because they basically went on the tourist visa. But what we have seen later on, that in this very case, in this deadly fire tragedy which took 25 lives, these brothers basically tried to mislead the investigation, tried to mislead the police team. And if you see later on, what we have seen that a notice was issued. Later on, what we have seen that the LOC was also issued. And then what we have seen that with the help of the CBI, which is the nodal agency which connects with the Interpol, has basically issued a blue corner notice. The Interpol has basically issued the blue corner notice. And then after that, both the brothers were detained from Phuket, and then they were taken to Bangkok from Phuket. So right now, the process of bringing back both the brothers from Bangkok to the national capital, Delhi, is still on. It's very likely that by tomorrow morning, they will be brought back.
Tejshri also with us. She joins us live from Bangkok. Tejshri, very quickly trying to understand the timeline of the return of the Luthra brothers to India. If you could help us with that.
Well, see, now the ball is all in the court of the legal authorities. That means the local court of Bangkok is now going to take a call so as to what is going to happen next, keeping in mind that the case will be heard by the local judge himself. Now, when he will be hearing the case, that needs to be seen, that when the local judge will be taking up the matter. Because as of now,
Tejshri, just hold on for a moment, because we have more news coming in, and this is of course from Thailand itself. According to sources, there's been an update in terms of the return of the Luthra brothers. Embassy sources have indicated that the duo is unlikely to return to India in the immediate future. According to the sources in the Indian Embassy, all relevant documents related to the two brothers have been transferred through official legal channels. The matter is expected to move forward once a local court in Bangkok begins hearing the case. However, there is no clarity yet on the timeline, as proceedings will depend on when the judge takes up the matter. That is the latest that we have on this story. Going back to Tejshri, who was sharing details. Tejshri, like you said, it all depends on when the hearing takes place and what happens after that one can determine when the brothers will return to India.
Well, absolutely, and that is what we have been talking about. It all now depends upon what legal action and how the authorities, as far as the court in Bangkok are concerned, they will be taking this matter forward, because as of now there is no timeline so as to when the judge will be hearing the case. But important to note also here is that the legal team of Luthras landed in Bangkok yesterday evening, and they did meet Luthra brothers, Gaurav Luthra and Saurabh Luthra. They briefed about what is going to happen as far as the legal formalities are concerned. There is also a high possibility that the lawyers here, the legal team of Luthras will also get in touch with the local lawyer here, and then will be approaching the court for the hearing in Bangkok. So now back-to-back legal developments set to take place, even though the team in Delhi of the Goa police will be on standby, keeping the fact in mind that there is no concrete timeline so as to when the brothers will be deported back. But one thing is very much clear and sure that...
All right, Tejshri, thanks for joining us there. Tejshri reporting from Bangkok there. We'll try and get her back in the subsequent bulletins as well to get more clarity on whether the hearing is going to take place. All eyes on that hearing, because that will determine when the Luthra brothers return to India, when they will be deported. We're going to be slipping to a short break. On the other side, we return with news from Australia. At least 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, have been killed in a mass shooting at Bondi Beach. We tell you more about the attackers in moments from now.
I just feel very privileged in the film industry, an industry that I'm extremely proud of.
I'm honored to receive this prestigious award.
I feel overwhelmed that the NDTV has chosen me for this very special award.
Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me.
It's a great honor and a great privilege.
Really blessed to get this, and I'm really happy.
This is one of the few moments I'm going to be humble, so please record this properly, guys.
आज का दिन सबसे पहले जो फुट सोल्डर्स, जो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स और जो टीम है उनको सेलिब्रेट करने का है.
And the NDTV Indian of the Year Award 2025 goes to
NDTV Indian of the Year 2025, 19 December, New Delhi. Ideas, inspiration, impact.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Faya Kun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app, and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
You applauded the performance. Now meet the actor who defined it. Vicky Kaushal at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
They ruled the world. Won 1 billion hearts. Now, meet the champions who made the nation proud. The Indian women's cricket team at the NDTV Indian of the Year. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break.
Welcome back. Our top international focus. At least 15 people, including a 10-year-old girl, have been killed in a mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia's New South Wales. Victims range in age from 10 to 87. The attack unfolded on Sunday during a public event marking the start of Hanukkah. Police say they are treating the shooting as a terror incident. Authorities confirm the two gunmen were father and son. The 50-year-old suspect was found dead at the scene, while his 24-year-old son is in hospital. We're being told that he is stable but critical. According to some reports, the shooters are of Pakistani origin. However, official confirmation remains to be taken into account. The son is an Australian-born citizen, while the father arrived in 1998 on a student visa, which was transferred in 2001 to a partner visa and later resident return visas.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores in an iconic Australian location, Bondi Beach, that is associated with joy, associated with families gathering, associated with celebrations, and it is forever tarnished by what has occurred last evening. This was an attack deliberately targeted at the Jewish community on the first day of Hanukkah, which of course should be a joyous celebration, and the Jewish community are hurting today. Today all Australians wrap our arms around them and say we stand with you.
כמו רני גבילי, שפשוט נלחם עד הכדור האחרון. גם היום מנסים לרצוח, ולצערנו גם היום הצליחו לרצוח יהודים, טבחו ביהודים בסידני שבאוסטרליה. אני כתבתי לפני 4 חודשים מכתב לראש ממשלת אוסטרליה, ואמרתי לו, המדיניות שלך מעודדת טרור, היא מעודדת אנטישמיות. אתה קורא למדינה פלסטינית, ואתה נותן בעצם פרס לחמאס על הטבח הנורא שהם ביצעו בנו ב7 באוקטובר. אני לא שוכח את זה.
I jumped out of a window and I just was like, where's my family? And then we were running up behind me. And we could just hear the gunshots and they're just so loud. And we didn't know which way that they were shooting, so we were like running on the open road. And I just, like, images are just like flashing. I'm like, I just need to get my family safe, so we're just running with heaps of people.
Amazing bravery and the kindness that people are showing. That guy that could have been so much worse, who got the gun off the guy. Amazing. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Moving on to global sporting icons, one unforgettable Mumbai moment as Messi arrived at the Wankhede Stadium. The familiar chants of Sachin made way for Messi. A rare meeting of goats as Sachin Tendulkar gifted his iconic number 10 jersey to the Argentine legend.
A defining moment of Lionel Messi's Mumbai trip. In a stadium familiar with the mantra Sachin Sachin, Messi took over. And Sachin Tendulkar, the other greatest of all time in the house, did not mind at all. Sachin gifted his number 10 cricket jersey to Messi, who also adorns the same number jersey in Argentine colours.
The two greatest. When it comes to Leo, if I have to speak about his game, it wouldn't be the right platform. And you know what does one talk about him? He's achieved everything. We really admire his dedication, determination, commitment. And above all, he's loved so much because of his humility, the person that he is.
Messi had a packed schedule, a paddle cup at the Cricket Club of India and then a private fashion show for charity. In between, the massive Goat Cup at the Wankhede Stadium, where Messi met aspiring footballers selected under the Project Mahadeva scheme. Messi jointly launched Project Mahadeva with Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, under which 60 promising footballers selected from across Maharashtra will receive a 5-year residential scholarship from the government of Maharashtra.
It is a pleasure that he is mentoring our 60 kids who are going to dominate the football ground in 2034. Project Mahadeva is to again give center stage to football in our state. And thank you, Messi, for having clinic with our 60 young budding players. You have inspired them, and I would like to assure you, you'll find one of them playing in the FIFA World Cup.
For the fans, it's a moment they won't forget.
It was a great show, and the Messi's appearance made it a really excellent and really terrific.
How did you like the show? Are you a Messi fan?
Yeah, I'm a Messi and Ronaldo fan. But the best part was when Sunil Chhetri shake hands with Messi. That's the most aura part about it.
That's lovely. That's lovely. You tell me, young fan, how did you like today's show? Were you looking forward to seeing Messi?
Very good.
There.
I liked it a lot. But he didn't kick the ball to our.
He should have kicked the ball right to you.
I'm very blessed to see the goat, Messi!
Those two are the goats. One is the goat of India and one is the goat of Argentina. Seeing the both of the goats in Bondi Stadium was an amazing experience, and I loved every bit of it.
The World Cup ball from Leo Messi.
And Messi mania continues to grip India. His last stop is going to be New Delhi. He should be landing in about an hour from now. We'll, of course, bring you all the coverage on Messi in New Delhi. Up next, Southern View with my colleagues down south. Stay tuned.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivarur, NDTV.
What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
I just feel very privileged in the film industry, an industry that I'm extremely proud of.
I'm honored to receive this prestigious award.
I feel overwhelmed that the NDTV has chosen me for this very special award.
Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me.
It's a great honor and a great privilege.
Really blessed to get this, and I'm really happy
This is one of the few moments I'm going to be humble, so please record this properly, guys.
आज का दिन सबसे पहले जो फुट सोल्डर्स जो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स जो टीम है उनको सेलिब्रेट करने का है.
And the NDTV Indian of the Year Award 2025 goes to
NDTV Indian of the Year 2025, 19 December, New Delhi. Ideas, inspiration, impact.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is truly special. Something that's India. You all must have seen the magic that was created in Kun Fayakun. Now it's your chance to experience it with me. So book your tickets from District app and together let's create harmony of hearts. See you, Delhi.
You applauded the performance. Now meet the actor who defined it. Vicky Kaushal at the NDTV Indian of the Year 2025.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
They rule the world. Won 1 billion hearts. Now, meet the champions who made the nation proud. The Indian women's cricket team at the NDTV Indian of the Year. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area.
Hello and a warm welcome to the Southern View. I'm Sam Daniel from Chennai. Over the next half an hour, I'll be joined by my colleagues Ritu from Bengaluru and Ashwin from Thiruvananthapuram for all the news updates from the southern India. Let's begin with news from Tamil Nadu. The Madurai bench last night is hearing arguments for the second day over the Tamil Nadu government's appeal on the single judge order ordering the lighting of the Deepam on an ancient pillar on the hilltop in Thiruparamkundram near a Dargah. The arguments were largely today made by the council representing the temple and the Hindu Religious and Endowment Board Department in Tamil Nadu, which administers the government-run temples across the state. And the Temple Devosam Council argued that the lighting over the last 100 years at another part of the hill in the middle level near the Uchi Pallayar temple for over the last 100 years has been going on in compliance with the Agama rules over the last century, and that there are no such evidence that the temple lighting was done on the ancient pillar on the hilltop near the Dargah. And they also point out that they have both documentary evidence and what they call as presence of an emblem on the pillar near the Uchipallayar temple, where traditionally the lamp is lit, while the pillar, what's being called as Deebadun on the hilltop near the Dargah, does not have the emblem of the Nayak era rulers. And they say there are several other hills around Madurai having such pillars of different sizes, and they are not meant for temple lighting. They point out many saints called summoners used to live on these hilltops, and perhaps these pillars were used to give them light at night on the hilltops. And the Dargah Council also argued that they were not given adequate time to present their case, and the video conference was also snapped by the judge, they say, by the single judge. And this is unacceptable, they say. And they also point out that the issue is not about the ownership of the temple. And the judge, they say, is trying to project as if it's all about the temple ownership, and that the Dargah is attempting to take over the property of the temple, which they say that's not the case. In another breaking story, the VCK chief, Thirumal Valavan, an ally of the ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu, has taken on the BJP and RSS over the recent developments with regard to the Thiruparamkundram ruling by the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court by Justice GR Swaminathan, and a team of former judges also coming in support of him, calling the impeachment motion taken by the allies of the DMK under the India bloc, calling it politically motivated and intimidating judges. Thirumal Valavan, in an interaction with journalists, says that this is yet another example how the RSS and BJP have teamed up together in a bid to what he calls trigger communal violence in Madurai. This is what he had to say.
பாஜக ஆர்எஸ்எஸ் உள்ளிட்ட சங் பரிவார் அமைப்புகள் பல்வேறு சதி முயற்சிகளில் தொடர்ந்து ஈடுபட்டு வருகின்றன. திருப்பரங்குன்றம் அதிலே ஒரு சான்று. திருப்பரங்குன்றத்தில் இஸ்லாமியர்களும் இந்துக்களும் நீண்ட பல ஆண்டுகளாக ஒற்றுமையோடு சகோதரத்துவத்தோடு வாழ்ந்து வருகிறார்கள். ஆனால் சங் பரிவார் அமைப்புகளை சார்ந்தவர்கள் வேண்டுமென்றே இல்லாத ஒரு பிரச்சனையை கூர்த்தீட்டி மதுரையில மதத்தின் பெயரால் வன்முறைக்கு வித்திடுகிறார்கள். குறிப்பாக நீதிபதி GR சுவாமிநாதன் அவர்களின் இந்த நிலைப்பாடு அல்லது அவர் வழங்கியிருக்கிற தீர்ப்பு, அவருடைய அணுகுமுறை மிகுந்த கவலை அளிக்கிறது. இம்பீச்மெண்ட் என்கிற தீர்மானத்தை கொண்டு வர வேண்டும் என்று மக்களவைத் தலைவரிடத்தில் வழங்கியிருக்கிறோம்.
Well, the BJP and RSS argue that it's the rule of law that has happened in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, and neither the judge in his personal capacity nor the BJP and RSS have anything to do with that. In a massive show of strength on Sunday in Thiruvannamalai district of Tamil Nadu, the ruling DMK had brought together more than 100,000 functionaries of the youth wing in a bid to send a strong message that it's just not the TVK that has a large youth following, but the ruling DMK too. They plan to host at least 3 such massive meetings over the next few months in Tamil Nadu to showcase their youth power. In fact, both the Deputy Chief Minister Udayinidhi Stalin, who heads the youth wing, and Chief Minister MK Stalin, who heads the DMK, had some strong words both for the RSS, the Prime Minister, and Amit Shah. Taking on the BJP, Chief Minister MK Stalin says even if they bring in an army of Sanghis, as he calls it, nothing will work in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a state that's run by the spirit of Periyar, the spirit of rationalism, and there is a firewall by Periyar and Anna, and nothing will work. Taking on the BJP and the key opposition AIADMK, Udayinidhi Stalin compared the present state of AIADMK to an engineless car which is being pulled by a tow vehicle, a tow truck by the BJP, and that the BJP, after trying several tricks, he says, has now made AIADMK its slave, and with other government agencies to its aid, like the ED and the income tax, the BJP, Udayinidhi says, is hoping to expand its footprint in Tamil Nadu, which he says will not happen. This is what Udayanidhi and M.K. Stalin had to say.
திமுகவுக்கு ஓட்டு போடக்கூடிய நல்ல வரணும், அப்படி ஒரு இம்பேக்டை நீங்கள் உருவாக்கணும். தேர்தல் நெருங்கி வந்துடுச்சு, மக்கள்கிட்ட நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்க. 10 ஆண்டு கால தமிழ்நாட்டை படுபாதாளத்தில் தள்ளின அதிமுகவினர் தாங்கள் ஏதோ உத்தமர்கள் போல வேஷம் போட்டுக்கிட்டு வந்து வாக்கு கேட்பாங்க. அதேபோல் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு துரோகம் செய்வது மட்டுமே வழக்கமாக வச்சிருக்கக்கூடிய பாஜகவினர் வழக்கம் போல தங்களுடைய பொய் பரப்புரைகளை பரப்புவார்கள். பதற்றத்தை உண்டாக்குற அரசியலை வச்சு எலெக்ஷன்ல சந்திக்கலாம்னு வருவாங்க. இவங்க கிட்ட கைகட்டி வாய் புத்தி அடிமை சேவகம் செஞ்சு கொண்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய தமிழ்நாட்டோட உரிமைகளை, தமிழுடைய சுயமரியாதை அட வைக்கலாம்னு நேரடியாகவும் மறைமுகமாகவும் வேலை செய்ய பல கூட்டங்கள் இருக்கு. 2026 தேர்தலில் மக்கள் முன்னாடி இருக்கக்கூடிய கேள்வி என்னன்னா, இன்னும் 50 ஆண்டுகள் முன்னோக்கி நடைபோட போறோமா, இல்ல ஆண்டுகள் பின்னோக்கி இழுக்க முயற்சி பண்றவங்களுக்கு அடிபணிய போறோமா? ஆக அந்த கேள்விக்கு மக்கள் விடையளிக்க போற விடைதான் திராவிட மாடல் ஆட்சி 2.0. எதுக்காக இதை சொல்றேன்னா, இப்போ நம்ம தோல்ல தமிழ்நாட்டையும் தமிழ் மொழியும் காக்க வேண்டிய கடமை மட்டுமல்ல, ஒட்டுமொத்த இந்தியாவையும் நாட்டோட பன்முகத்தன்மையையும் காக்க வேண்டிய கடமை நமக்கு இருக்கு. இந்தியாவிலேயே பிஜேபிக்கு எதிராக ஐடியாலஜிக்கல் ஃபைட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரே மாநில கட்சி நம்முடைய திமுக தான். அதனால தான் அமித்ஷா போன்றவருக்கு நம்ம மேலே எரிச்சல். பேசுனாங்கல்ல, அண்மையில் கூட என்ன பேசினார் அவரு? பீகாரை ஜெயிச்சிட்டோம், அடுத்து டார்கெட் தமிழ்நாடு தான் சொல்றார். மாண்புமிகு அமித்ஷா அவர்களே, நீங்கள் உங்க சங்கி படையே கூட்டிக்கிட்டு வந்தாலும் உங்களால் ஒன்றும் இங்கே பண்ண முடியாது. இது தமிழ்நாடு, இது தமிழ்நாடு.
மோடிக்கும் தெரியும், அமித்ஷாவுக்கும் தெரியும். அதனால தான் நேராக வந்தால் ஜெயிக்க முடியாதுன்னு இன்னைக்கு பழைய அடிமைகளையும் புது அடிமைகளையும் கூட்டிக்கிட்டு துணைக்கு அழைச்சிக்கிட்டு நம்மளோட மோத பார்க்குறாங்க. பழைய அடிமைகள் புதிய அடிமைகள் மட்டுமல்ல, இன்னைக்கு சிபிஐ, இடி, இன்கம் டாக்ஸ், ஏன் எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷன், இப்படி எல்லாருக்கூடையும் கூட்டணி வச்சு பாசிச பாஜக கூட்டு சேர்ந்து தமிழ்நாட்டுக்குள்ள நுழைய பார்க்குறாங்க. இனிமே என்ன செய்ய போறோங்கிறதோ மிக மிக முக்கியம். அப்படி நமக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கக்கூடிய முதல் பணி, அடுத்த முக்கியமான பணி தான் 2026 சட்டமன்ற தேர்தல் பணி. அடுத்து வர்ற 4 மாதங்களுக்கு நாம அதை நோக்கி பயணம் செய்யணும். களத்துல கடுமையா உழைக்கணும். அடுத்த தலைமுறை இளைஞர்களை சந்திச்சு பேச வேண்டும். உங்களுடைய நண்பர்களை சந்திச்சு பேசணும். அவங்களுக்கு அரசியல் பத்தின புரிதல் வரணும். யார் வேணாலும் இடையில வரட்டும் போகட்டும், அதை பத்தி நமக்கு கவலை வேண்டாம். வானவில் பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப அழகா இருக்கும், கலர் கலராக இருக்கும். அதை பார்க்கறதுக்கு மக்கள் கூடுவாங்க. ஆனால் அது நிச்சயம் நிரந்தரம் கிடையாது. உதயசூரியன் மட்டும்தான் நிரந்தரம். உதயசூரியன் தான் மக்களுக்கான வெளிச்சத்தை தரும்.
The ruling DMK aiming for a second consecutive term, the AIADMK trying to regain power, and TVK active Vijay aiming to break new grounds, but all banking on youth power. That's all from Tamil Nadu. Now it's over to my colleague Ashwin in Thiruvananthapuram for a breaking news. Ashwin?
Thank you, Sam. In fact, a very discouraging and crass remark has come from the CPIM member, who is what earlier the local secretary, but now has been elected to power in the recently concluded local body elections. Syed Majid Tennala from the Tennala Grama Panchayat, during its victory speech, made crass remarks against women. He went on to say that women are supposed to be at home, and those women from dignified home will not stand themselves and display themselves in front of other men seeking votes, and that this is not allowed. And this is the kind of disparaging remark and extremely crass remark an elected representative from the CPM has made, and definitely it has not gone well because the attack was against the women's wing of the Muslim League. The person, the elected member, has went on to say that women who come and stand in front of other men, they are not in a dignified position, and that women are supposed to be married to their men and only their husband or should be seeing them, and that they are supposed to be to raising their kids. This is a remark that has been made and it has not gone well. In fact, the Muslim League Women's Wing has also planning to lodge a complaint. But at the same video, this man is also stating that even if the case is filed against him with this matter, he will know how to handle it as well. Let's hear this first video that has come out, this extremely crass and disparaging remark that has been made by an elected CPIM ward member.
അതിനൊക്കെ കേൾക്കാൻ ആണത്വം പുളുപ്പുള്ളവൻ മാത്രം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രം ഈ പരിപാടിക്ക് ഇറങ്ങിയാൽ മതി. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടുമ്മയായിട്ട് വീട്ടിലിരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കണം. അതാണ് വേണ്ടത്. കല്യാണം കഴിക്കുമ്പോൾ തറവാട് നോക്കുന്നത് എന്തിനാണെന്നറിയോ? ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെയാണ് തറവാട് നോക്കുന്നത്. അന്യ ആണുങ്ങളെ മുമ്പിൽ പോയി നിസ്സാര ഒരു വോട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി സയ്യിദ് അലി മജീദിനെ തോൽപ്പിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാർഡ് പിടിച്ചെടുക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി അന്യ കുടുംബത്തിൽ നിന്ന് കൊടുത്ത കെട്ടിക്കൊടുത്ത പെണ്ണുങ്ങളെ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ കാഴ്ചവെക്കാനല്ല എന്നുള്ളത് ഞാൻ ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്.
Have been receiving or any of the calls. In fact, the NDTV tried to speak to him to understand why he said so. His phone remains switched off after these comments were made. In fact, the Muslim League Women's Wing is now all in its process to lodge a complaint, a police complaint against him, and a complaint is likely to be registered today. This comes at a time when the CPM has had a massive drubbing in the recently concluded local body elections, where it has lost significantly. In fact, the same CPM which had won in most majority of the Gram Panchayat and Block Panchayat had lost miserably, which paved way for the Congress and the Congress-led UDF to win. And at this time, a leader who was barely elected making this disparaging remark is certainly not seen well. And also, the Congress has also stated that they will also look into this matter as well. Meanwhile, the election process after this comment was made, there has been no local support that has been rendered to the elected ward member, and the member is kept himself distance away from the media after these remarks were made as well. It also needs to be seen whether we were trying for reactions from the other local and the local women's wing of the Muslim League. The councillor has stated that they would want to file a case against this man, and they will be doing so in the coming times after the election work is to be concluded as well. Meanwhile, let's move on to the next breaking story, which is of Sabarimala. In fact, senior Congress leader and veteran Congress leader Ramesh Chinithala has deposed before the special investigating team which is looking into the Sabarimala gold heist. He has come forward with a very shocking claim that the Sabarimala gold heist there is an involvement of an international smuggling racket. In fact, Ramesh Chinithala has told that there is a nexus, an international nexus, which has been a cartel, which has been part of this, and the gold which has been missing from the Sabarimala sanctorum is now being sold in the international market, and there are some international smugglers who are into it. In fact, Ramesh Chinithala has used a very confidential statement under Section 161 and deposed before the crime branch, the special investigative team, stating that this needs to be looked into. Ramesh Chinithala was earlier the Home Minister of the state says he has got credible information that there is an international racket which is working to smuggle the goals of Sabarimala. Let's hear what Ramesh Chandrala spoke to NDTV.
Today you have come deposed before the SIT. What is the allegation? What is the suspicion that you have on?
See that the gold which was been in Sabarimala has been smuggled out by certain unscrupulous antics smugglers. The court itself has asked about it. When I got some information about that, I thought that it is my bounden duty to inform the SIT. So that let the SIT will have an inquiry, detailed inquiry on this. It will definitely give a... even now, there is nobody has find out where is the gold. Even the SIT or the vigilance, they never found out where is the gold. That is the main issue. So, the information which I got, I am giving it to the SIT. Let them inquire about it.
Well, when NDTV probed Ramesh Chandrala further, he said a big shot businessman from Kerala has given him some of these evidences. And this businessman himself does not want to come into the limelight as he's scared of the people or the network behind it. And this businessman has passed on some of his credible information to Ramesh Chandrala, which he, as an elected representative of the people and as a former home minister, he said that his duty to give it to the SIT, which is probing this matter. This comes at a time when the SIT has already taken into custody 6 people so far, of which 2 of them are prominent CPIM leaders. And the investigation is ongoing on a larger conspiracy, whether there has been an international racket which has been there. In fact, an observation was also made by the Kerala High Court in this regard, stating that whether there is an operation that has been done in Sabarimala, whether there is an international nexus to the same. Certainly, this all is becoming bigger as in a few months' time, the elections are coming in Kerala, and already the Sabarimala issue has reached quite a benefit for the opposition, especially the Congress party. That's all we have from the state of Kerala. Let's hear from the more breaking stories from the state of Karnataka. Ritu, over to you.
Well, yes, it's the serious concern basically have been raised over the government midday meal food that's been really served to the government schools. Now, this is an unfortunate incident that's coming from the Koppal village, Bitharalli village, in fact, where that in a government school, rice was basically served to the students and the staff, which was infected by the worms that one really can see on our visuals, how that the students can really be seen talking about the worms that have been found in the food that they were basically intaking. Now, this is not the first incident that we are seeing from Koppal. In fact, just a couple of weeks back, there was also another incident that has come to the fore, similar incident, in fact. Now, this has really raised an alarm over Now, what we are given to understand from the official side is that these are the rices that are getting supplied from the various godowns, and which basically might be of infected rices. That further has led to this kind of an incident, but now needs to be seen how is that the officials are going to take up this whole matter to resolve to it, because what we are also hearing that the officials are going to discuss this with the senior officials to ensure that this really does not continue. What is really going to happen in that matter, that all needs to be seen. But yes, visuals on our screen showing you what really basically can look like of these rice infected worms that can be seen on our screens. There you see the staff members talking about this whole matter of the unfortunate incident of how that the students and the staff remains to be helpless to consume this kind of food. Now, yes, multiple questions being raised on the state education department. How is that the education department going to take up this matter? That remains to be seen. Now, yes, this is again not just in the Koppal district, but you see it's also concerning because over lakhs of students, basically consume the food that gets supplied from the government's midday meal scheme. What's going to be the reaction of the education minister or the education department, for that matter, from the commissioner side as well, the education commissioner too? How are they that going to take up this whole matter? That needs to be seen. But this is, yes, an unfortunate incident coming to the fore. A lot of questions being raised at this point in time against the government as well as the authorities even at the school as well for not swinging into an action in advance to understand the necessity of it. The time is what is really been in question herein. All that needs to be seen. But yes, these are the visuals on our screen of what really is happening in the state of Karnataka.
Well, that's a wrap on this edition of the Southern View. Hope you liked it. We'll now slip into a short break, and after that, a lot more.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivarur, NDTV.
What does Sufism mean to you?
Sufism is about love. Higher ideals are more fascinating than normal love song or anything. Talk about Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. It's all about higher ideals. I'm bringing the same spirit to Delhi. So book your tickets from District app. See you, Delhi.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
I just feel very privileged in the film industry, an industry that I'm extremely proud of.
I'm honored to receive this prestigious award.
I feel overwhelmed that the NDTV has chosen me for this very special award.
Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me.
It's a great honor and a great privilege.
Really blessed to get this, and I'm really happy.
This is one of the few moments I'm going to be humble, so please record this properly, guys.
आज का दिन सबसे पहले जो फुट सोल्डर्स जो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स जो टीम है उनको सेलिब्रेट करने का है.
And the NDTV Indian of the Year Award 2025 goes to
NDTV Indian of the Year 2025, 19 December, New Delhi. Ideas, inspiration, impact.
Namaste, India. As you all know, I've been traveling around the world with my music. But this one is true.
A very good afternoon. You're watching NDTV 24/7. Let's get you breaking news coming about, and this is of Prashant Kishore meeting with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Sources saying that the meeting that took place between the two leaders happened last week. When asked about the meeting, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has not denied it. This has really come about a month after the assembly elections that were held in the state of Bihar. While sources in both the parties have played down the significance of the meeting, the interaction is politically quite interesting, given that Prashant Kishore and the Congress had a bitter parting some years ago, and it is Prashant Kishore who has been quite critical of the Congress party. The meeting comes in the backdrop of that crushing electoral defeat that was seen by the party of Prashant Kishore. Let's listen into what Priyanka Gandhi Vadra had to say.
से मुलाकात की खबरें आई मुलाकात की खबर आ रही है ये कोई न्यूज़ है क्या मैम आप ये नहीं पूछते कि यहाँ पे सरकार खुद सेशन को डिस्टर्ब कर रही है कि पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स के मंत्री खुद क्वेश्चनर को डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं ये आप नहीं पूछते कि क्या हो रहा है संसद के अंदर पीके से मुलाकात की खबरें आई मुलाकात की खबर आ रही है ये कोई न्यूज़ है.
My colleague Himanshu with us to get us the very latest. Himanshu, from what we are picking up is this meeting lasted over 2 hours, but both sides seem to be downplaying it.
That's right. The meeting took place last week. Sources have told us that during the Bihar election campaign, though officially Prashant Kishore campaigned against Mahagathbandhan, and he was very vocal in saying that SIR is not an election issue, but he had also raised concerns about the manner in which the names of voters were taken out from the voter list. And sources are telling us that was the larger context in which PK's meeting with Priyanka Gandhi took place. Remember, there is a history. PK has had very close political links with the Gandhi family. In 2022, he had proposed changes in the Congress organization to revive the Congress party, after which Sonia Gandhi had even set up a high-level panel to review. But they fell out because Prashant Kishore wanted more freedom, more leeway in terms of deciding how Congress should change, the way it works, the changes in the organization, etc. And then he fell out with the Gandhi family. But now, after the Bihar debacle, this is the first meeting that has taken place between Prashant Kishore and Priyanka Gandhi. And sources have told us that a lengthy discussion took place on the issue of the manner in which the voter rolls are being revised in the country. We do not know much more as to what transpired, but clearly Priyanka Gandhi doesn't want to say publicly about what actually she discussed with PK. But I think politically, in the context, the fact that after political debacle, Prashant Kishore has chosen to meet Priyanka Gandhi is politically significant, and this perhaps marks a revival of the kind of links he has had with the Gandhi family. That's right.
Himanshu, thank you so much for breaking it down for us. And of course, this development has triggered a fresh speculation in political circles. We have more breaking news coming. Omar Abdullah there distancing himself from Rahul Gandhi's vote chori campaign. It's Omar Abdullah saying that the Indian alliance has nothing to do with the Congress's vote chori campaign. Every party has a right to choose its agenda, and the Congress clearly has chosen to make SIR and vote chori as a main issue, is what Omar Abdullah has said. Nazir, my colleague, joining us. Nazir, take us through, Omar Abdullah there distancing himself from this voter theft that Rahul Gandhi seems to be harping on, and particularly with elections coming up in multiple states.
Exactly, and Omar Abdullah clearly saying it is not our agenda. It may be the Congress agenda. They have chosen it and making vote chori and SIR as a main political issue, but it's not necessarily the agenda of India Alliance. So distancing himself, distancing National Conference, his party from the Congress's this vote chori campaign and the SIR campaign, SIR. So clearly it's not first time when Omar Abdullah has chosen to distance himself from the Congress agenda, whether it was on EVMs or it is vote chori or SIR. He's saying we're nobody to tell them what to say, but we'll choose our agenda, let them choose theirs.
Just listen into what exactly has Omar Abdullah said while distancing himself from the Congress party, talking about how the Indian alliance has really nothing to do with the agenda of the Congress.
India alliance को इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं. हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को खुली छूट है कि वो अपने हिसाब से अपने पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा को सेट करें। अब कांग्रेस ने SIR या वोट चोरी को जो है अपना एक मेन पॉलिटिकल इशू बनाया है। ठीक है, हम कौन होते हैं उनसे कहने वाले कि वो ना करें? हम अपने इश्यूज चूज करेंगे, वो अपने चूज करें।
And of course, a political tiff that has erupted in the parliament in the latest development. This is JP Nadda there speaking in front of Sonia Gandhi, demanding an apology from her for Congress's party workers' recent rally comments that took place over the weekend. At the Congress's vote chori protest that took place in Rajasthan, a Congress worker from Rajasthan was heard raising a slogan referring to a grave for the Prime Minister. It was Kiran Rijiju earlier who had slammed the Congress and demanded an apology from Rahul Gandhi and from Mallikarjun Kharge. He had said the NDA has never spoken about killing anyone and accused the Congress of crossing all limits with its language. Even the Congress allies have slammed the party over the ill-raised slogans against Prime Minister Modi, reminding it that political differences cannot justify a lack of public restraint. And of course, the Congress has distanced itself from the slogan. It said that it does not support such remarks. However, the party stood firm on its vote theft allegations, claiming that the BJP and the Election Commission are working hand in glove.
दुख के साथ और उद्वेलित मन से मैं एक विषय को सदन के सामने लाना चाहता हूं कि कल जो कांग्रेस पार्टी की रैली हुई उसमें नारे लगे, मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो कल खुदेगी। ये इस तरीके के नारे की बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है, प्लीज। ये तरीके के नारे कांग्रेस पार्टी के सोच और मानसिकता को दर्शाता है। ये नामदारों के झंझलाहट को स्पष्ट इंगित करता है और साथ में इस तरीके की बात कहना एक प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ और मृत्यु की कामना करना, यह अपने आप में बहुत ही निंदनीय है। इसके लिए हमारे नेता प्रतिपक्ष और कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता यहां बैठी हैं, आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी, इनको देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए और देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए और ये नामदारों की बुनियाद है, इसको समझना चाहिए। और मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा कि राजनीति का स्तर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इतना गिरा दिया है जो कल्पना के बाहर है। इसलिए इसकी मैं घोर निंदा भी करता हूं।
पूरे का पूरे नेतृत्व उस रैली में मौजूद थे और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए इन्होंने नारा लगाया। इस देश के लिए इससे शर्मनाक, इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण कोई चीज नहीं हो सकता है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री 140 करोड़ के नेता, विश्व में सबसे प्रसिद्ध, सबसे मजबूत नेता आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कमर खोदने के लिए कांग्रेस के रैली में बात कहा गया है। मैं चाहता हूं कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व माफी मांगना चाहिए, इस सदन के माध्यम से देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए। राज्यसभा में भी, लोकसभा में भी कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष।
अरे भाई, फ्रस्ट्रेशन में है कांग्रेस गालियां ही दे सकती है। कांग्रेस की कब्र खुद गई है, जनता ने खोद दी है, अब खोद करके राजनीतिक कब्र उसी में गर जाए।
आपस में बात कर रहे थे कि किसने कहा ये सब, हमें तो मालूम ही नहीं है। हमें मंच पे तो बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं हुआ। फिर पता चला कि पब्लिक में किसी ने इंटरव्यू दिया, पब्लिक में कोई कह रहा है, कोई कार्यकर्ता है या कौन है, किसी को मालूम भी नहीं है कौन है, उनको खुद नहीं मालूम कौन है, तो सदन में उठा क्यों रहे हैं, और वो भी क्वेश्चन आवर के टाइम।
उनका कोई नैतिक आधार है क्या?
लोकतंत्र के सर्वोच्च मंदिर में सदन में जिस प्रकार माननीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी ने SIR के चर्चे का दरमियान जिस प्रकार उन्होंने शब्दों का प्रयोग किया, जिस प्रकार असंसदीय भाषा का प्रयोग किया, जो उनकी भावभंगी में था, वो माफी मांगे क्या? तो मैंने कहा कि उनको कोई भी अंगुली किसी की ओर उठती है तो 2 अंगुली अपनी ओर भी उठती है। पहले वो अपने गिरेबान झांके, उसके बाद उनका कोई नैतिक अधिकार किसी पे वो ब्लेम करे। तो एक कहावत में बहुत सारी चीजें आती है, बहुत सारी चीजें आती है, तो उसको उस ढंग से लेने की अवसर मैं भावार्थ देखना चाहिए, वहां पर शब्दार्थ में नहीं जाना चाहिए। और आज भी मैं कहना जो रैली के बाद ये काफी सशंकित है कि किस प्रकार जो जनसैलाब उमड़ा है उससे वो सशंकित है और इस प्रकार के वो आरोप लगा।
दिस इज टोटली है बेसलेस ड्रामा दे आर क्रिएटेड टुडे। I think it is because of the biggest successful conducted rally. Delhi never seen this type of enthusiasm, this type of participation for a Congress rally within these 10-15 years. It may be provoked them, but what they are blaming, I asked the Kiran Rijiju. Any Congress leader spoke about it. They are telling some people in the rally, they are telling all these things. These are baseless. We don't know. Lakhs of people are participating in the rally. It is not our customs to blame, use dirty language, unacceptable language against any political leader, even though they are our political enemies.
सर, मोदी जी के लिए कल जिस तरह से कांग्रेस रैली में तेरी कबर खुदेगी भाषा इस्तेमाल किया गया,
कबर किसकी खुदेगी? अपने दिल से जानिए पराये दिल का हाल। कहा जाता है गड्ढा किसके लिए खोदते हो तो अपने लिए खोदते हो। कांग्रेस की कब्र खुद रही है तो वो अपना चिल्ला रही है जोर जोर से। गांधी परिवार ही खत्म हो जाएगा।
थैंक यू सर।
It's so sad and that this vote chore, Gaddi chore rally and rattled JP Nadda, Amit Shah and Kiran Rijiju. They are not able to sleep yesterday night. Therefore, they come today and to speak about other issues in Parliament. They are not allowing the Parliament to function. Who is making it? BJP only makes this kind of statement. It is BJP RSS culture. In BJP RSS culture, what are the slogans they make it? You know. What are the slogans they make it? For that they apologize. They are the non-issues they are bringing into the Parliament. In Parliament, Mr. Amit Shah spoke about a word called Sala. Whether Amit Shah apologized it? What face they are having it? They are running away from the real debate. They are afraid to meet the opposition parties in the Parliament. They don't want the Parliament to function.
Now, the same Congress worker who raised anti-Modi slogan has brazened it out. Let's listen in.
देखो, मेरा ऐसा कोई कारण नहीं था। कल मैंने बहुत चीजों के लिए बोला था मीडिया में, लेकिन मेरे उसी एक ही नारे को ज्यादातर उन्होंने कैप्चर करके तोड़ मोड़ करके उसमें ज्यादा दिखाया गया। क्योंकि मैंने ये कहना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि बीजेपी सरकार 2014 में जो अब नहीं सहेगी महंगाई की मार, अब की बार मोदी सरकार, तो 2014 से लेकर अब तक 12 साल हो गए बीजेपी की सरकार को, और बीजेपी की सरकार में महंगाई भी चरम सीमा पर है। न युवाओं की बात सुनी जा रही है, न किसानों की, न महिलाओं की। नारा तो यही था, वो तो आम जनता का, आम पीड़ित का नारा था ये। क्योंकि एक न एक दिन जो सरकारें जो तानाशाही रवैया अपनाती है वो हमेशा एक दिन मिट्टी में मिल जाती है, क्योंकि तानाशाही रवैया नहीं चलता, क्योंकि इन्होंने सरकारी एजेंसियों को कमजोर करने का काम किया है।
There, the Congress worker justifying what she said earlier. Let's listen in to what she had said to begin with that stoked this whole controversy.
हम हमारे राहुल गांधी जी जो वोट चोरी के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई, जो निर्वाचन आयोग ने, जो आम नागरिक, जो लोकतंत्र में एक वोट की जो कीमत होती है, उस वोट को चोरी कर बीजेपी सरकार हरियाणा में, बिहार में सरकारें बनाई जा रही हैं, उसके खिलाफ हम राहुल गांधी जी के हाथ मजबूत करने हैं और हम राहुल गांधी जी के कंधे मजबूत करेंगे और इस वोट चोरी के खिलाफ